Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another session of A Voice in the Dark. I believe we're on session 13 today. If I am wrong, someone tell me. But if not, well, welcome back either way. Of course, with the low UI chat, because, well, I want to make sure you can see as much of the screen as possible. So I'm going to probably shrink myself a little bit down so you can see. That should be fine. Right. Now then, of course, please make yourselves nice and comfortable. Alerts. Ooh, make sure that I have the right thing selected. Alerts for things will be muted for the time being. Just to let you know. But, of course, we will still all the other stuff coming in. Of course, any questions you have at all about Dark Heresy, Warhammer 40,000, the campaign in general, please feel free to leave them, and I will answer them when I can. Otherwise, get comfy, grab a snack, grab a drink, and we'll set off. I do hope you're all having a good day, and do enjoy the session. Right, I shall unmute myself and harass my players, because it is important that I harass them. They're having it too easy. Now. Bah. Has been these nuts.
Funny because the person she admires did old school rock and she does more modern rock.
Go
I'm a big
postmodern.
fan. He was the real hero in Has Been Hotel.
He really wasn't.
He was the absolute he was clear he should have been the protagonist.
Oh, what? Huh?
So anyway,
The first man.
first dick. So anyway, if you'd all like to introduce yourselves, as always, people know who the hell you are, and who you're playing, and what your social security number is, the funny numbers at the back of your card, all the useful information.
Even if I give it to you, there is no way you're getting it, as all the money transactions are blocked between my country and the rest of the world. So good luck.
I will bribe the nearest border officer with a bottle of vodka and a bagel.
A
Now we're
bagel?
talking.
On the bottle.
Yeah, but what?
You can drink the bottle and have a nibble on the bagel.
No,
Oh,
that's disgusting.
Huge brain.
that's kind of interesting, but yes.
Either pickles,
I think it's
or
hot.
you need fish, or you need the chili peppers with vodka.
Ooh, I've never had that.
Go to
Mhm.
therapy.
Anyway,
That's who we
why-
are.
Anyway,
Didn't we? Yeah.
That's who
Anyway,
we are.
Goblin with a fat ass.
I dibs chili peppers. I'm chili peppers.
Yeah, I'm vodka.
Oh, you have to be bread.
I'm bread. I've always been a
Yeah.
bread kind of guy.
Yeah, I'm
We're
sorry, you have to be bread.
stereotypical this
I want
session.
to be.
today's going to be an interesting day, I think.
We're all clearly high energy.
Very high energy.
I'm very tired.
So from left to right, we have Janus. You will hear many versions of this pronunciation, but I am told it is Janus.
The correct one's Janus.
You have Dmitry Mariner. You will rarely ever hear his last name.
I
Conrad
honestly
Bryan?
had forgotten he had one.
You will hear the words Conrad and then Conrad again in the same sentence. Whether they mean
Conrad,
your
Conrad?
ally or the guy himself is unknown.
Technically, they're spelt differently.
And they are, of course, on the planet of Hegaton Secundus. Fuck, I fucked it up. Damn it! Oh, it's all over. I'm walking away. Campaign's ended. No. The next
Rocks
campaign's,
full.
I don't know. A yell in the street. There you go. Impromptu name on the spot. So, Would anyone like to recount last session? Would anyone like to see if your memories cast back that far? Or if, much like the goldfish, you have no fucking idea where you are? How you got here?
Haven't really done much. I can describe what happened. Uh, we walked towards the bunker while the wind was blowing metallic sand in all the crevices of our bodies. Then he used a stick to open the door. Then Dmitri was eating gel as a water sustenance, and we bought a cow-like creature lobotomized for the sake of using it as a bait for worms we, that do exist here. We also put a gun on a car and learned about tribes. And when we had a meeting with a big guy who is our boss, and he was all like serious and gave us artifacts and promised rewards, and also that now we have giant space marines as our um, assistants, and we can call them whatever we want.
I think you're very
That's about it.
overly hopeful on how often you can utilize that.
Yeah, we seem to have access to a group of Deathwatch Marines after our encounter with Inquisitor Orion. He had a few questions and a few gifts for a few of us. I think we got on well enough. As it's now on us to complete our main task of taking out, I believe it is the Enforcer Captain,
Yes.
who is on planet, alongside a unknown.
Unknown?
Well,
Very known.
a large Titanic war machine is our job to deal with. Either destruction or securing it. Well, and we've been provided one option if it comes to destruction, at least. It also appears that the planet we're on currently is absolutely rife with corruption, both in the Hooks of Higaton and the Sons of Blood. Now, I forgot which specific one. Seems like it might have ties to the local nobility. I feel like I recall that coming up, but
I think the
didn't
hooks
put that in my
are
notes.
the hooks are related to the Inquisitor, isn't he?
Correct.
Didn't he?
Yes,
he's
yes.
not so subtly supplying it.
And to rebel against the local nobility, and then the Sons of Blood are just the most
Just chaos.
obvious chaos worshippers literally ever.
Yes, they're
I'm gonna
just
be honest,
they're
look
just
at half the names of them. Let's be honest. They're not subtle about it.
yeah, they
What's your
don't
group
seem
called?
subtle at all.
Oh, the Bringers of Excess. Oh, I wonder who you worship.
Wait, isn't their symbol just the corn symbol?
It's just the corn symbol.
Oh, it's a skull. Blood dripping down it.
Oh, okay, actually, I guess a skull's kind of synonymous. You'd assume that a skull is like just in anything really. It just could be the
Yeah.
Imperium.
Though you do see
Yeah,
the corn symbol
it's-
pop up a lot. You have seen
Yeah.
quite often.
That's worrying.
I can also tie that to the
But yes.
Sons of Blood
Now, if memory serves, you were on the land ship, as I guess we'll call it. A large, converted transporter that's been militarized and utilized for, honestly, dick measuring.
Yay.
Political dick measuring. The Inquisitor has proverbially flopped a 12-inch on the table, and no one else knows what to do with it. Enjoy that image.
Give it a little kiss.
Wasn't effectively our next task is find a way into the capital,
Correct.
or like lure the guy out. Effectively, it's effectively find a way to kill him.
My notes are fairly light, mostly because a lot of this is going to be on you guys for how you want to go about it. But I have things planned.
Yeah.
Don't worry. There are events that will happen. Probably.
We never did come to the conclusion of which way we're gonna go about it. Like whether
No,
we're
we ran
gonna
out of time.
blow them out.
unfortunately. Which is fine.
Let's just go with a simple route. Just go there and search him. And
Well,
think
the
on
problem
spot.
is,
Yeah.
if we want to get into the capital, we kind of have to like sneak our way into the capital.
You think it's like, oh yeah, it's probably also a bunker.
So one of the options was linking up with the hooks and having them do a distraction thing, so that we could get in.
What's the point? Yeah, remind me. The capital is like also a bunker, I assume, right?
The
Yeah,
capital.
I
So
think
we
that-
need.
The capital is most cities are underground due to the nature of this planet, and someone who's more savvy may turn around and say, "But Cobra, what about void shields?" Now answer that. Void shields stop things going quickly. The sand doesn't go quite quickly enough most of the time for them to work. As such, it would get through. Hence, the need for underground civilization, or
It's
the
effectively
Mechanicus claiming a mountain.
It's effectively like an underground fortress in a way because of the fact it's underground. I mean, technically,
Problem is, even with distraction, like, why would we open the walls? Not the walls, the doors, and if they open them, how do we sneak in when, like, the militia is going out? It will be a lot of people there. I think we should try maybe to pass as the traders. We have a lot of money. We can buy different kind of things and like pass as just merchants from a tribe going in to sell some stuff for water or something.
I think the reasoning, I'm trying to think back, but I think the reasoning behind the whole idea of having to sneak into the capital is because inherently by him meeting us and with how watched he will be being here, it's effectively, they definitely know that we're associated with them now. Because
Yeah.
all the eyes are on the Inquisitor at the moment, because he's kind of using himself as a pseudo distraction for us. But him
Yeah.
meeting us means that they know we're associated now. And so if we tried to go in normally, they would have extra surveillance on us. I believe the logic. Again, I'm
Yeah,
using.
But
he also had to meet you to verify loyalties.
Yeah, I understand why he did it, but also it just means that
There's extra
this stuff happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's problems to it.
I can. As I said, we don't need to like upfront just enter. We can disguise ourselves as a merchant, and with my ability to shape Yar's flesh, I can make you look a little bit different. So I would maybe lose track of us a bit more.
I guess it's also dependent on how strict they are on letting people into the capital.
True, but we must let in like tribes and merchants probably because well, hunters. There's not that
You
much
say they
supplies
must.
inside, I assume.
Why must they?
It's
Do you know that?
underground desert thingy. There is not much they can cultivate or like have inside.
They might get like off if it's a capital, they might get planetary support and might not actually just need the tribesmen at all.
Oh yeah, true. At least the capital should have planetary support. Oh, wait,
I mean,
so-
there's that whole. I remember us learning about. I don't know if it was last session or the session before it, but we learnt about like the council that kind of rule.
Mm.
Like, because technically the ruler is the governess, but she's like on
She's
another
just
planet.
another
Pretty
planet.
much, yeah.
Yeah, and then
I
there's
did
like a
forget
council.
one mention about the capital. My apologies, I did forget one mention of the capital. There, you may wonder how they get any orbital supplies. There is a space elevator.
Hey,
Okay.
nice.
A very guarded, reinforced space elevator. It's the only major non-underground structure Obviously, due to the nature of the planet, it's been built like a fucking fortress, withstand the weathering. And quite often, it's got maintenance crews keeping it stable, but it means they can have things delivered into the capital from orbit. But also, it is probably the most guarded place on the planet, both orbitally and on planet.
We've he said he gave us the mission and then said like leave now, right? Or are we
Pretty
still
much.
allowed to be? Okay, so if we wanted to get information, the only real place we have is the library, right?
As far as publicly acquired information, yes.
Yeah, but I don't think it'll
Yeah.
be too useful to us. We can also talk to the. Never mind.
We could talk to the guide and just
Yeah,
like sort of.
don't I still have a guide?
Yeah,
He's
is that your
pretty much
holocraft?
He probably
Just to-
knows. He probably knows what kind of people can enter the capital and all the
Yeah.
procedures. So at least we can ask him first before trying to come up with a plan without
Yeah,
any
I think that's a good
knowledge.
idea.
Mm-hmm.
Any input for yourself, Janus?
Janus is kind of, let's say, went into himself a tad in the past few minutes of conversation. I think he's nodding along and paying attention, but otherwise seems a little bit far away.
I presume because of what he saw.
Yeah, he's got to figure something out.
Dmitry, on the other hand, looks even more happy than usual, and we have like a glimpse of determination in his eyes.
Right. Yeah, I guess we make our way to the vehicle where I think the guide was
Yeah,
was
he's waiting
just
for you.
left.
He's just there. Obviously, the AC is on, but I wouldn't really call it AC.
Yeah.
More like
Did we
rapidly evaporating water sprays at you.
did we learn
That's
his name?
very inconsiderate.
Did we learn his name?
But,
The guide.
Did
yeah, he
any of
probably
you
told
ask?
us, but oh yeah, true.
I don't think any of you
no.
asked.
No, I'm checking my asset list as well. I don't think we made mention of
I don't
him.
think he asked us our names either, in fairness.
Yeah, but we are pretty standing out.
Yeah, I'll just go up to him and go,
Hey, Decker, how you doing?
"Hey, sorry if we were too long.
Nah, you're right. Don't worry about it. Just
Out of interest,
sands.
you know the capital of this planet?
Aye, the capital.
Does it
Yeah, been
first
there.
off, does it have a name?
It is the city of Hygoron, as it's often known. It's
Is it,
technically the... Well, it's not under planet's jurisdiction, technically. It's named after the general that made the bunker.
Oh, interesting. Does that
Imperium.
mean that it's hard to get in for a regular person?
Yeah. Very. Very. We're talking... How to put it? You can get in the front door. Not
Hmm.
getting much further.
I see.
Unless you've been
I
invited.
see.
Or there's a
I see.
situation.
Have you been to a capital?
Once. Only because some
Why?
brat from a aspiring noble family wanted a guide, and I was available. Paid well, at
I
least.
see.
Do you? I assume you may have some connections to nobility then, after your time with these bastards.
You kidding me? I'm a tool. I'm a
Yeah.
tool to these kinds of people. I wouldn't get your hopes up, lad.
Do you think it's worth us just making our way home while we do this?
Up to you. Day's still young.
We
Winds are
don't really
calm.
have much to do here anyway. So
Yeah.
we might as well start the engine and begin the
I'll
journey.
be honest. I sort of say this in like a whispering tone. I'll be honest. The longer we're here, the more we're like showing that we're part of this group.
Well,
that
in
might be a problem.
driving this thing's shadow. He sort of points to a sort of tucked away part of, like, canyon. That should get us under eyes. No one's dumb enough to sit in that canyon.
Oh.
Should we sit in that canyon then?
Well, I wasn't sitting it, I'm saying drive through it.
Okay,
Oh.
let's go then.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Kind of settles in, but quirks an eye at that. Okay, alright. Okay.
Could you give me a navigation land test, please? Challenging.
Oh no.
No.
Go
We're
on,
gonna
Monty.
crash.
Can people help me? Can the guide help me?
I will allow you a +10 from the guide's presence.
Okay, is
I switched to
challenging
Decker.
just a +0?
Correct.
Okay, so I just have a +10 in general.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look at that. 2 degrees of success. You quite easily managed to, with a bit of help, managed to chart a reasonable course. The rocks are a little close. You swear you heard one scrape the grav plate, but so far so good.
that's good.
I mean,
How much
nice to go in.
how fragile are these grav plate things?
Resilient. Pretty resilient. The outer layers of them are, anyway. You
Okay,
probably don't be
good,
scraping
good.
around. But, like, if you want a good example, the more recent Space Marine tanks, they're kind of quite prominently out. Like, there's, like, MBTs and, like, stuff, so...
Okay.
So,
They're like a thick sheet of metal, these things are.
Oh.
Go on, Devil, you going to say?
Would you have any advice how maybe we can enter the capital?
Entering the capital.
Yeah.
I mean... Are any of you the secret bastard sons of a noble of this planet?
Not that I know of.
Would be fun.
I didn't think any of you were a bastard son of a noble this planet. Maybe a noble from a different planet, as he looks at Janus, but not this one.
It's a
There's a
very
certain-
hyper-specific assumption.
Are you wearing... Well, I'll say that. Before he says that, are you wearing anything like kind of, fancier?
He's wearing a nice coat.
It's got the sword that maybe.
Where he's from, that's kind of classy.
Yeah.
Most people in rags.
What's it any other decorative sword that is good but is obviously decorative?
It's got a very nice sword, yeah. But like that could just be he's rich.
Yeah, rich people, kind of
no.
synonymous with nobility. And
That is
Yeah.
not true.
are you telling me that if a person was rich here, they couldn't get nobility in some way?
Whatever. But yeah, he's gonna he will regard our dear guide somewhat suspiciously a little now, because to him that's a very strange comment. But he'll kind of settle back a little bit, for over a weary eye.
Dmitri looks at Yanis's strange reaction, proclaims, so our little boy was a princess all along. Huh.
But if you actually want to get in, like, actually through the several layers of doors, well, as I say, other than being of noble blood of this planet, or being of the governess's family, which I don't think any of you are, because you would have had armed
Yeah.
guards.
Yeah.
Well-trained armed guards, by the way. They really don't pull the punches of them. You'd have been walked in the capital from the start. Yeah, they almost don't let anyone. This is like...
You have to have something they want,
you have to have
right?
something they want. Or
Yeah.
have been invited. Or have been given just the mother of all... I'll put it this way. But most people on the planet don't get in. I got in, like,
Something they
to the
wanted.
second set of doors. there is a third set of doors before the actual city. Even though I haven't seen the actual city.
Do there actually people living in the city? It sounds like the capital is just doors.
The people of the capital are mostly administrative because they get up,
I see.
they deal with logistics, they demand tithe, mostly because someone above them is demanding tithe, and then very rarely, but it happens, especially at the minute, troops, PDF, will be deployed from that place to deal with dissidents. Though
Yes.
only the hooks recently. I've not seen them go after
Hooks.
any crazy worshippers of who knows what. But I saw a few of the hooks be brought in the other day. Don't blame them, I suppose. I mean, they ride round in speeders with rocket launchers.
Can we install rocket launchers on these thing we are
I don't know
driving?
how we. I don't think we can get a rocket launcher that easily.
You would have to
Oh,
The
find
actual
one.
process would be difficult, but the let's call it less than discreet. This is already loud enough, I suppose. He kind of shuffles the stubber in his hand a sec.
Oh, just a bit. But you start getting rocket launchers. Well, that thing could do some damage to a light vehicle, sure, but not gonna do much to, armored convoy, right? You run around with launchers, they're gonna think things. Hell, they might just
Be honest,
arrest
if
you
we-
think you're part of the Suns.
I was gonna say, I feel like if we got a rocket launcher, they might just assume we're part of the Suns.
Or hooks.
What is it? The hooks.
I mean, the Suns don't say no to rocket launchers either. Hell, they stole some military equipment the other day, actually.
That's extremely worrying.
Yeah, auto guns apparently mostly, but I've heard murmurs of something else. But you know how these things go, right? Information is more lies than truth these days.
Yeah, and you probably you probably heard it from somebody who heard it from somebody. Like a chain of blooming people talking about it.
Whispers in the sand, mostly.
Fuck, that's cool.
I have a plan, but it will require haste of the grandest magnitude. So,
Okay.
we would be only given.
Do we maybe
An
want to talk
ability
about this
to-
in the safety of our
Will it not
home?
be- Why is
I
it a
No,
plan?
I trust our this man, and I pat the guide on the shoulder.
Why?
Dimitri, we don't know what our friend is cleared for.
I'm not gonna talk about anything that he doesn't need to know. I'm not stupid.
I'm just gonna put it out there.
There's-
I've not been given any clearance, like at all. I
No
don't
need
even
to
know the
discuss
codes.
any of our work. If we
We're
want
not
to,
that far away from from our home. I say, not knowing how far away we are from our home.
You see your guide, look at a map. Oh no, you are. For a good distance. We're also going the long way because you wanted to be discreet.
You know what? That's
Yeah,
fair.
Makes sense. Yeah. Wait.
Oh,
Rihanna,
well, take
what
a
did you
left
say?
just there.
Okay.
Hey.
Immediate sudden left.
You noticed you were about maybe uncomfortably close to getting to a sheer cliff before you veered left.
Oh, thank God I went full on it. He was so casual. Why? He was so casual about it.
he's used to it.
Yeah.
But like, I would have
right,
said
by the
hard
way.
left.
Next right, and then
Okay.
oh, after the next right, full burn.
Mm.
Full burn.
Got it.
Nothing less.
Elaborate.
Do you know why this canyon's uninhabited?
Is it
Is it actually not uninhabited?
Why do you think this canyon exists?
Just to iterate, the explanation is obvious, but this is an insane thing to put someone up to without providing them the full context.
This canyon is
He was
often patrolled by a moderately aged bullworm.
Insane.
Now, most of the time, he's pretty docile, mostly because he can't see us. But I would rather not have you go right over his mouth. Hence, we're going up.
I see. I see. And
Makes
that
sense.
when we accidentally scrape against a rock, it can hear that, right? It can hear when we
But-
scrape against a rock accidentally.
Yes,
wasn't a
but
rhythmic.
this thing isn't gonna start moving for a single rock tap. Now, if you
I
start
see.
scraping the sand like a, prey animal, then yeah,
Out
then
of
he's gonna move.
interest, how fast are these things?
Well, now that depends. Travel speed, probably 20 miles an hour.
That's not bad.
But if it's charging, like it has a point like coil back, like a great serpent, 50.
I see.
But
If one
that's it then.
hypothetically,
If he did that, that's it. This entire day is just me lumbering because they're really, how to put it. I was once told by a scientist, what's the words they used? They have a very slow metabolism, and they don't like moving much.
so they're more like ambush predators.
Apparently.
In a weird, for being the biggest thing in existence, they're kind of an ambush. I guess that kind of works.
I
Makes
always
sense.
wondered if there's something there, but anyway, the point is, just don't be the thing it thinks is food. Because
Okay, what's the top speed of this vehicle?
I've seen people push about 100.
Okay, guys, I also have a plan.
Well, that is well in air, mind. On speeding along, faster sometimes. If the wind's
Okay, I have
right.
a really big plan.
Though we don't need anything
No.
crazy. We just have to be about 10 foot higher.
Yeah, no.
Like
It's
I say,
not going to
we'll be
happen now.
perfectly safe. As long as you don't ignore my advice.
No.
Ignore my
This
advice,
is this
though,
is unrelated.
Then we're dead.
Don't worry, this is unrelated to this situation. Obviously, we'll take it safely and we'll get high up and we'll make sure
Yeah.
we don't anger an aged worm.
Anyway, what Yanis wanted to say? You are talking thing. Yanis?
Forgive me, I've somewhat lost my train of thought. Only that, yet again, perhaps any discussions as to our operations or plans should be held in private.
But
How long away?
about the planning?
Well, if you don't
About
want
what I
me
wanted to
here,
plan.
I can take you to a place that you can probably navigate from yourself, and then I can make my way back. That's an issue.
That is
I
rude.
mean, that might be good.
We're
Yeah.
not gonna be that rude to
Alright.
our.
The points on the
friend.
map. That high point, you can see the surrounding area, and from there you can see the bunker where you're currently living. Take me up there.
No.
Okay.
I'll make it back. I've got some people to visit anyway.
By the
Oh.
way, do people walk these lands normally, or do they all use vehicles?
Yes, they walk.
I see.
Entire tribes.
Okay. Do they have like ways of dampening how much vibrations they do or something?
Walk on the rocks.
I see.
And they've got a good eye for when not to walk the sands.
For some reason, in my head, I was like, maybe if you had like a really large surface area, it would mitigate the vibration. You know, like
Use,
not. What would you
what's
call them?
called? If I
Snowshoes?
use skis.
Yeah, like skis or like snowshoes or
The
something.
hell are
No,
those?
for snow shoes. No. Okay. Out of character. For snowshoes, you would need to still step and it will be rhythmic motion. But for skis, you can just push without lifting your feet, so there is no thumping. So you just need like something like a lever, like a stick to help you
See a bit,
maybe
Decker?
like push you around. So skis are actually, and you can ski on sand. So it actually would be a pretty good transportation.
Yeah, I could see the logic there.
So,
Well,
All right.
as you turn the corner, you do any of you look out the window as you're turning and going up?
I'm focusing on the car.
Probably for the best.
Yeah, I don't think I should be looking out the window.
Janus is keeping a general eye out, mainly because he's detached himself from the kind of rest here, so he's looking around.
You notice
though
a
somewhat
coiled.
thinking to himself.
You notice a coiled black shape beneath you all. It's about. How big would I say it's roughly? You'd wager it's 100 foot. Easily.
So when you say like beneath us, like down the slope from us?
It's kind of
or-
like a really deep kind of. How to put it, like almost like a crater practically. There's like kind of goes down like a funnel almost. It's like a
Okay, that
coil at the
we're
bottom of it. You're a good bit up.
skirting along the edge of? Or...
Yeah, you're on the edge of it, a good bit off the ground. You're probably safe. Probably.
Well, I take it that's the most famous thing of the local wildlife. As they kind of cast their head over.
The guide looks over. He's a wee lad. Small.
How big
So
do
the
they get?
Titanic size wasn't an overestimation.
Biggest ones are out in the desert, far like the seas, and they get about 10 times that thing size.
What do they eat?
Each other, mostly. That size.
Yeah, but like that's not a functioning ecosystem to just eat each other.
Do I look like a
Yeah,
scientist?
Like,
there
there
is
has-
no. Oh yeah, wait. It is. There is no like biomass left, and so they also add additional by eating humans and
I'll be
other
perfectly
animals.
honest, I think the people up top are hoping they'll eat themselves into extinction, honestly.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense. I was
Problem
gonna say,
is-
I mean, there's
Problem is they live a long time.
nothing. Yeah, I was gonna say nothing like that could possibly have lived on my planet. Well, at least if it did, it died ages ago. There's just not enough food to keep something that big alive.
Eh.
I guess we are sort of helping.
Yep. Unfortunately. Keep importing things over here. I'm wondering why Groxherd goes missing in the desert. We do try and tell him. Anyway, that point there, as he points to a large sort of rocky kind of hill. I can make it safely back from there. And you
Okay.
can have your private conversation, as, well, not many people are going to be out here. Not unless
Wait,
they're looking for
when
you.
we make our way back to our home, how do we get in?
We don't have
We
a
do
stick.
lack the key.
You do lack a key, however, as he hands you those little punch cards. That's for door control. I spent a few days getting you a code.
Oh,
It can
thank
be
you.
from the other side.
You didn't need to do that.
Well, I had a funny feeling something would happen where you don't have me, so. Plus, your employer paid for it.
Oh,
Not cheap.
Alright.
I'll make sure to
Oh.
thank them as well.
As he gets to the point, he steps out. Anyway, as he puts his hood over his head and extends his pole out, I'll be off.
Good luck.
See ya.
As he walks into the desert.
He could definitely just die in there.
Yes.
Probably.
Like that could be the last time we see that guide, and we never
I would
learned
not be
his name.
surprised. Yeah,
The
he's a
countless
cool
millions.
guy.
Like he's
Oh,
definitely helped us survive here, and we have not
Yeah.
learned his name.
But you are now alone. Just the three of you together
Okay,
So, the
okay.
plan.
Let me start the car
in
first.
a vehicle that is unair conditioned.
It's very hot here.
So I have a stupid plan.
And I have a super plan. What about you,
Janus, do you
Jonas?
have one?
Have you
I'd
figured
like to
anything
hear
out?
yours first. I'm sure you've got something interesting to say.
Okay.
All right.
Dimitri, you were the first to come up with a plan. You should go first.
Yes, as we were told, uh, it is pretty hard to get into a city if they don't already want you there.
Hmm.
I know the thing that they certainly do want there, which is what I was told by the guide, which is these cool, big jewel crystal thingies that are made or hunted from the worms,
Hmm.
and we can well, maybe find information about one of them, steal them from the tribe, and try to trade it to the capital because they would definitely be interested in that kind of thing.
To
Those are
iterate, our
expensive.
initial concern with accessing the capital was that we would draw too much attention to ourselves as of now, right?
Yes.
We can't take a one-on-one fight with the capital.
No, what
Just
I was
in general.
saying was that would that solution not simply draw even more attention to us upon an attempted entry?
Yeah, but we already have attention on us. We just need to not make a scene. Unless we are like breaking their laws, it's gonna be fine. They already probably know what we are associated with our boss, so
What's the
either way, we have eyes
I am
on
not
us.
arguing against any of the legal organizations present on planet, but we need to be aware of the fact that the forces we deal with are not necessarily about whether or not we break any local laws. Simply attention. We have non-imperial enemies abound.
Yes.
It's not about breaking a law, it's about
No,
being
yes,
noticed and seen.
but we. Okay, what's the other plan? Come on, Conrad.
Okay. We need a way. We need two things to get into the capital. We need a way in, and we need a distraction so that they don't know that we've gotten into the capital. Right now, I don't
Remember,
have a.
at least 3 walls, 3 doors.
Yeah, I don't have a way to get us in. I think that takes more. That's going to need more investigating. But with the speeds of these worms, I think it would be possible to lure one close enough to the capital to make that the distraction, based on our speed, and the speed of the worm. It would be dangerous, but if we moved it close enough to the capital, it would probably then sense the vibrations of the capital more than us. Now,
But
it is
wouldn't-
underground,
Yeah.
and it probably is put in it, probably surrounded by rocks in some way, because what you would want to be built in a way that where the worms couldn't get to. But it being close enough to the capital is probably a scary enough distraction.
Why? We don't have logistical roads because of elevators, so. We
Well,
don't
just
really need
out
to
of fear. Even if you know for a fact that the monster can't get you, it being right on your doorstep is gonna scare you.
You do know there are
I think they're
convoys
used
as
to it
well.
by now.
The planet does have convoys. It would affect those.
I mean,
yeah, that is a plan, but
alternatively, we can just contact the hooks, and they seem to have some association with our benefactor, so it would be not too hard to ask them to maybe try and storm the capital, assuming that we can prove to them that we can get them some gain from doing that, because they're not just going to mindlessly attack something that would probably get them killed for no benefit, right? They're not idiots. At least we have to assume that they're not idiots. But I think the problem is, I don't even know if all they have are speeders and rocket launchers. I'm not sure that can threaten the capital.
Yes. I think the only threat would be to the convoys.
Yeah. Now, obviously,
So,
the other idea is to lure out the leader and then attack him outside of the capital.
but how?
But
He is
yes,
not going to be on the front lines.
we'd have to lure him out, which I guess could link into our other mission. You know what would probably lure out somebody that is working for the, like, at least has a strong association with the Mechanicus and also Knight related stuff? A huge war machine that we potentially can find and use as a luring method.
The problem is, it is a bit too much attention. So, if we fail at it, there is high chance our target will flee, and it's our main target. The
Yeah.
giant war machine is just a secondary objective. But it's not. It is important, but not as important.
Yeah.
So I think it's a bit too much of a risk.
It's the only thing I can think of on this planet that is something that would make him leave the capital. You know? Like it's such a prized thing that I feel like it would make him leave the capital. And then having a situation where we maybe leak the information or even just give him the information under somebody, we tell somebody to do it, like an intermediate. Intermediate, is that the word? Intermediate?
Intermediary.
Yeah, that's the word I meant. Then have him go to the location, then we set off the explosives. In that panic, try and finish him off. I feel like is a possibility. Also, alternatively, even if he brings a large squad with him, if we're relating it to the war machine, there is a logic to saying that we can ask for the help of the Space Marines. Because it's relating to the war machine, so we can say, hey, these people are about to take this thing for evil purposes. Help us stop them from doing that, and then in the process we deal with our target.
So you
like, it's technically
lead our target to the war
to
machine
the
and then explode both of them in
or
one bang.
alternatively, if we could get some of its weapons working, use the weapons on our target, depending on how operable it is. I mean, me and Janus are pretty good at tech.
Okay.
An Imperial War Titan, at least from the schematics I've read, simply requires far too much physical labor to bring any weapon to bear that we could even manage.
Oh, I was just... What, even to just, like, have a weapon that we press the fire button on? Not
Likely.
I feel like being able to choose a weapon that's, like, you know, aimed generally in a direction, and then when they get close to it, just hitting the fire button, I feel like would be maybe within our possibility.
Which is already counting on a fair degree of coincidence, is it not?
Yes. I mean, that was just a possibility.
What is your plan, Janice, though? Do you have any ideas? You're the smartest of us. And we already figured stuff out. Now is your time to tell us.
I want to make
really
it clear
hoping you
that
got
I
better.
took no direct intent to shoot any of your work down. I would just like to do my best in poking holes to try and ensure our own safety.
I'm not getting at you for any of this. I'm genuinely like, we are hoping you've got a better plan.
Yeah, because our plans, they exist, and that's about
And
it.
they're vague, and there's holes in them, and
That's why
there's a
you're
lot.
here.
I'm saying that that's no surprise. We are lacking a lot of potential information in how we could go about things currently. As far as I'm aware, we are not operating on an extremely tight time allotments, however. Is that correct?
He didn't tell me anything about there being a time scale. I don't know about you guys.
Also
He definitely didn't
didn't.
mention it in the mission briefing at all.
I have been provided no operation timescale, only that we need to take action before this Captain Marcus takes action of his own. But what action that is, we are unaware of. We don't know enough about what he's doing here, nor do we know enough about what this planet is and what occurs on it. So, I would propose further time before we take immediate action to garner some more information. Even if we might assume it's fundamentally not directly helpful, every single data point can be collated to something.
Yeah, I can see the logic there. I will say, I guess our only time scale is how long he stays. Because although he's here, from what I think we've been told, he's here to deal with the problem of the two gangs, right?
Yeah.
He could just go, okay, I've set some stuff in process. Here's the strategies. I'm gonna leave now. Like I'll come back to see how the progress is. You know, that's a
We'll lose our
possibility.
target.
Yeah, although this is all hypotheticals, obviously. I'm just thinking, I guess that's our only time scale. Is that?
I also thought of that. That's very reasonable.
I will. I do wonder how we get information, though. We've got the guide that we can ask, and there's the public library. But other than that, there isn't really any forms of information that we can. We can't go to the nomadic groups because a lot of them just hate anyone that isn't part of their group.
The guy told me that there are ones that
There was like one group.
not as hateful. They're just like cautious.
We have our
But I think
tongues,
if
our
we
eyes,
could,
our ears.
Hmm.
Enough to gather information so long as we put ourselves in the right locations.
Yeah.
I would say let's talk to nomadic tribes. They are
If we can
very
get in contact with any of them, yeah.
yeah.
You do also have one other thing. You have a punch card for somebody.
Yeah.
Maybe the Hooks know something.
We could ask the hooks. I mean, the problem with asking the hooks is we then show our association with them instantly, which I'm going to. By the way, I'm going on the assumption that everything we do from now on is being watched by our enemies,
That is a
because
good assumption.
they would have been watching, and I know they probably took precautions, the Inquisitor, but they had like all their eyes on him.
Yeah.
And so anyone that would have left anything that would have left his like base, I feel like would have had some form of interrogation put on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like as soon as we associate with the hooks, we immediately show our allegiance. And also, there's no. They are getting supplied by our benefactor, right? But they don't know they're being supplied by our benefactor.
Yeah, so there is nothing like we can.
We don't have any like.
I never said they don't know.
Okay, so they might know. If they know, we have leverage. If they don't know, we have nothing. But I guess us having this inherently means that we probably are at least some form of ally. Like that gives us some
Let's say
authenticity.
it should be our trap card for now. should save it for when needed.
I don't think it's a bad idea. I think there's just there's some risk to it that comes with associating with them.
Now, can't do so.
But we do
Yeah,
need
so again, that would-
information.
Cut out
Yeah,
a
but
lot
you
there,
might kick the bucket.
What?
You might kick the
whatever
bucket at that moment.
Yeah.
Wait,
You have
wait,
to repeat yourself there, Chief.
wait. What did you hear? What happened?
You were trying to say
You-
something, and your mic didn't really bring it all through. We didn't really hear whatever you said.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Oh well, I didn't say too much anyway.
I think we should exhaust all our other options of information gathering before doing the hooks. Just because it's the only one that has any form of like serious risk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and
usually when
obviously- Oh, sorry. You go on.
No, go.
Obviously, we're having no association with that other group, right? We're all in agreement on that.
I
The-
can
the-
only assume they are already affiliated with they are directly affiliated with a great enemy. Our direct enemy? Mayhaps.
They are, yeah, they are at the least. They're affiliated with the blimmin' they Neverborn or whatever, and at the most they're affiliated directly with the people we hate.
To confirm, to iterate, they are directly summoning demons, it would appear.
Yes, yeah. The Neverborn. That's what aren't they called? That is that not the?
It's a term used, but I just wanted to iterate in case that was more confusing.
That feels like such a
big.
bigger thing, right? Than it feels like it's being brought up. Like that feels important.
On planet, consistent demonic incursion is catastrophic and is likely to leave very, very permanent marks.
Okay, so I mean, no association with them.
Although making them summon the Neverborn near the capital would be a really big distraction.
That is deplorable.
It's probably like the lowest chance of us doing. I think I prefer the worm one to that.
The chance should be closer to zero. The impact upon the people, the brutality, and the innate permanent corruption that would be inflicted upon people if we were to act something like that would be immoral, reprehensible, and unforgivable.
You saw what happened to the ship we were on. The ship that was like had a bunch of those on it. It messes with everything.
Yeah.
I think that your innate power in the warp has perhaps made you forget its malice.
Maybe not. It was just a suggestion. Maybe a little bit
Yeah,
bad
there's-
one, but
No,
it's
there's
better
no
to have
bad
options.
suggestions. We got to get everything out here, and then we can all just we'll find the good stuff in all of the stuff we say.
Yes, and I didn't suggest to do it ourselves. I just nudge them into say
Kind
their
of by
camp near the
association us
capital,
doing it.
and then no.
It
We'd be
also
good-
wouldn't necessarily be us doing it, to be even allowing it. To make action towards even making it more likely is evil,
Evil.
as it is alone. Yes.
I see. So we've got the nomadic tribes that we can get information
Yes.
from. Do we want any association with the Mechanicus group on this planet?
So far I haven't seen or heard anything.
There's definitely a
think-
facility, right? I
There's
think we were
definitely
told that.
multiple on-planet presence, and they will likely, due to the natural requirements of maintenance in this kind of environment, be pretty much everywhere, as they tend to be on all Imperial worlds that have a level of technological advancement.
I believe there is a large facility here, if I'm not mistaken. I think we were told that.
Again, if Inquisitor Orion has not brought them into the proverbial fold, bringing them in ourselves might be unwise.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure that we talk about all the factors here. I agree with you. I don't think we have any association with them because they're very likely, at the least, got spies for the enemy in them.
I do think that we all too often forget the common man.
I think my problem is the nomadic tribes generally are the common man, right? But also there isn't a population center like there normally is on planets other than the nomadic tribes that we've heard of.
There seems to be a prevalence of these hab blocks, and structures such as the capital must surely extend.
I think the
There is
capital's
the
completely shut
capital
off.
cannot operate on the administratum alone, and as has been discussed, they have to operate convoys in and out. Therefore, the convoys must come from somewhere. Trade, supply, resources. There are laborers out there, in their millions potentially, working for people at the center of the world.
I don't think so, because that's particularly what I asked for. What I assume is the case. Laborers and workers and all the common people are placed in other bunkers, and that's why the convoys are needed, even though they have a space elevator.
I think what he's getting is more is that there will be labourers and workers in the convoys.
Yeah, everywhere across the world.
Also, yes, there would
Yeah.
be millions. Maybe
Like
close to
there's not a
millions.
like we can't assume there'd be something like a traditional village, but these bunkers are likely containing entire civilian populations, and these civilian populations have to work and do as they do, and they're the common man. They're not necessarily affiliated with anyone specifically, but they work
Yeah,
and
that's
live on
fair.
the world.
In my head, I just assumed all the convoys were nomadic tribes.
No.
Like they
Perhaps that's
were.
my bad at explaining. There are nomadic tribes that travel, but the convoys are like vehicles and big.
They're like
hauls.
Imperium.
Like the thing
Imperium,
the
like.
Inquisitor's in is a converted like mass hauler that like would normally have like crates of food and material.
And are on these bunkers cities then? Like are these bunkers effectively
The
cities?
smaller end, we're talking a hab block or a few from a hive city. On the larger end, small hive city. In the capital's case,
Right, okay.
Yeah, because
close
we're
to-
living in a situation where we're in like essentially a single hab block that's been buried. Basically, is our bunker. Whilst other civilizations probably operate on larger scales, we're probably maybe the remnants of an old outpost to like collect geological data or something like that. Could be literally anything.
I misunderstood.
problem
I didn't
is
realize
that
that.
No, so my bad for not explaining properly.
that the capital doesn't have really common people. I assume capital's not that big, or even if it's big, it's just all administratum and militia.
There would
So-
be laborers.
Yeah.
You
It's a
simply
requirement
have to.
of organization.
They're still a little bit higher than just.
You'd be shocked. Probably
Okay.
not that much better. It's like
Okay, so if we went to like one of these big ones, there'll be like markets, restaurants, like the normal things you'd see in a city. Then,
depending
but
on
in
the
a giant.
bunker, yes, there would be amenities of sorts, the quality of which and amount vary. But yes, there
Okay,
would be
yeah.
amenities.
Because at the end of the day, if it's a city, you get luxuries, they come with existence in a city.
Like even though
right?
a lot of imperial cities are fucking horrifying to live in, they still have nicer ends, even for like the common man.
Well, even like the
extremes can
slums,
vary.
they
Even
got
the
like
slums have,
stalls and
like-
stuff.
Yeah, they'll have stuff like that. They'll have
Rat on a stick and like that sort of thing.
People naturally create commerce by nature of existing. It's just a thing we do. We're weird for it. It's very odd, but we just keep doing it.
And these bunkers, then, are any of these bunkers like completely taken over by some of these like rival gangs, or are they living in those
So as mentioned
cities?
before, some
At least
bunkers
one
are
gang.
owned by a tribe.
Yeah.
They've been
Right.
granted a right of ownership by the Imperium to have them, as long as they give a
Because of a
tithe.
gem.
And there's none of these that are like notably controlled by the Hooks or the other group.
No, no. As far as you're aware, the Hawks and the
Chaos
Sons
Cult,
of
like
the Hawks and
we
the
have
Sons
it
of
on
Blood.
paper. This is their headquarters.
I mean, to be fair, some
Well, no,
chaos cults do operate within the law, but except for being heretics. But these guys, no,
I mean,
no.
if
As far as
somebody
you're
takes
aware, they walk the sands. They attack out of nowhere. They are nomadic. They survive.
if somebody took over
somehow.
a bunker, and like the bunker's a small city, even if you knew where they were, it would take a lot to try and take one of those out.
With
It'd
how
be a
those
huge
bunkers are,
convoy.
you'd be thinking Dark Tide. That's kind of like, if you think Dark Tide and the kind of numbers we're talking about, it would be like that if one of those bunkers got taken over. You'd be dealing with that many cultists.
Yeah, okay,
I
good
mean,
to know.
armed cultists,
But
not zombies. Armed cultists who summon demons.
yeah, and the assumption then is that there's probably in all of these city level bunkers, there's probably like some Hook people in there
There's
that are
some
trying to
sympathizers.
spread recruitment drives, and okay, there's actually that makes it a heck of a lot easier
Yeah,
to
there's going
get
to be
information.
sympathizers from all kinds of sides. There's going to be, hell, we're probably even going to be what would be considered pagan worshippers who probably get rounded up every so often who still followed the old ways. You know? We'll have a very
What's the biggest
deviated
one of
version
those?
the Emperor, you know?
What's the biggest one of those that's like relatively near us?
What, the bunkers?
Like, yeah,
So there's
Good.
obviously the one you were in.
yeah. I'm talking like the big, like
Oh, big
society
ones.
ones.
Okay. The closest one to you guys would probably be, well, informally known as Command Post Alpha Centauri, which is basically a former, as it's probably guessed, command post, the Imperial Guard, that later has been dug out and converted into a large city. It essentially handles the infrastructure for the many sort of auxiliary bunkers. It kind of, they're under its jurisdiction, basically. It's where, like, a small amount, it's where, like, let's say you've got a few enforcers in each bunker, right? Enough to do the job. This is where they would be commanded from. This is where the convoys would go before being distributed in smaller vehicles. This is where a lot of centers of culture might be. This is where perhaps you would sign up to become part of the Imperial Guard and that kind of stuff, right? Like, this is like the jump before the capital. You know, from here, you can potentially, if you were, you know, let's say you joined the Guard, you would get on here, they would evaluate you, and then they'd probably take you to the capital.
One of them's
shipped
like
off.
the capital, and the other one's sort of the trade center.
Yeah, there's a few of these. Like, the planet's sort of living situation is kind of like a tree of bunkers. It changes a bit on the northern hemisphere, because the far north, but you're not anywhere near that, so don't worry about it too much. But generally where you are, it kind of spreads out like a web from the capital.
And sorry if you've already said this, but I'm assuming it's Imperial owned.
This isn't actually.
Okay.
The secondary command posts are actually technically owned by the council. It's the capital that retains imperial only.
Planetary Council, not out the Council of Elders, right?
Yes, correct. Yeah, Council of Elders are just from different tribes.
The tribes.
Technically, one of them would have a bunker, but the rest tend not to. Whereas this one is the actual planetary government. You would actually find like an official here, actual.
Okay. If
that
we
feels like
to
the
our
perfect
bunker, it would be a reason for us to have pulled that information.
I would say it's publicly
local
accessible. Of like, yeah, I'd say it's publicly it's pretty well known. Where does the cargo come from? That place. And you can extrapolate.
We probably have like a map or something at our bunker or something that shows it as like a trade hub.
Yeah,
it makes sense for us to have some form of map.
Yeah, where you are, really, don't get many, like, foreign visitors, really. Um,
Hmm.
Normally, you would be landed probably closest to one of these main nodes, but obviously, this is a bit easier to hide away from, because you've been out of the way.
Shall we get somewhere a tad more cozy? And I believe I might have, after confirming a few things, something to discuss. Because we're still in our car on a fucking ridge.
Yeah, you are.
Yep.
You're kind of
Right.
Yeah.
like if you were to kind of, I'll put it this way: if any of you are on the right-hand side of the vehicle, if you were to step out, you go off a cliff.
I see. Yeah, that seems like a perfect place to get more information. While I'm looking at the thing and seeing, oh shit, there's like a huge city there. I really don't understand this planet very well.
It's a very non-standard environment. It's no surprise.
This place probably
My
would be
planet-
considered like I don't know the exact classification, but an extreme world. I don't know if it's quite a death world, although you could make an argument for it being a death world.
When they're lazy, they just say Imperial World.
Yeah,
Laziest
it's
fucking way
it's
to
an
go about
Imperial
it.
world, but if you were to
They
ask,
do it every time.
if you were to ask certain cartographers, they would probably say it probably should be called a death world, but it doesn't quite. How to put it? Death worlds, the entire planet's trying to kill you.
In all fairness, environment-wise, I think this is a death world. It's like you walk
Probably.
outside, your skin gets abraded to
Yeah,
fucking
I
nothingness.
guess
and you
yeah. This is
die.
a death world.
This is
Yeah.
a death world.
This is a death
It's a
world.
fucking death world.
Now,
I think
don't get me
any-
wrong. If you were to ask a Kata-chan, he would say this is Tuesday. But most people, yeah, it's a death world probably. The worms, the sand.
Yeah, I feel like if you walk
rest.
out with nothing, with like just regular clothing on, and you die, that's a death world. Like die from the environment.
Fair enough. Yeah, death world. But it's a very
Yeah,
valuable.
we're on a
death
death
world.
world.
So yeah, I got a bit confused through that whole thing. We're on the ridge, and we
Yeah,
find
we're there
out
at the
about this
moment,
trade
having a
center.
chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a long
And then-
pull of maps, documents, data slate. I picture this as you have like you've kind of like covered the inside of this fucking speeder with just various bits of documentation you've copied and found, and your data slate's over it, kind of awkwardly on a seat, and you're realizing how little space is in this thing, and God, why is there no AC in this thing?
Okay. Yeah, let's make our way to the that trade center place then. Was
If
it
any of you
Alpha
are touching-
Centauri?
Yeah, Al Centauri. Also, if any of you are touching that fucking heavy bolt stubber, my God, it's warm.
I think perhaps there's still some more research and talking to be done when it comes to plans. I'd like to still do in private. It
Oh, do
might
you
be
wanna-
best to return to our hab block before moving on again.
Okay.
Don't we
And,
be
perhaps-
more private in here than in our quarters?
We are the only inhabitants, assuming there's no, which I haven't checked for as of yet, communication leech devices.
Worth checking.
Well,
And
I mean,
besides, I believe that it's wise we stow some of our equipment before we make any moves to minimize how obvious we might otherwise be.
Indeed. I
Okay.
will just be.
I
As
also
far as
think
I'm
we
aware,
could
these
totally
two
do
are still in like full flak armor, right? Like
yeah.
full body
Yeah, you guys are in
armor,
full armor.
like rifle to hand, great sword.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a
The last
coat.
time I got rid of my armor and sword, I almost died.
Yeah.
I'm not making
Give
that
me-
mistake
But yeah,
again.
just
I'll be
saying,
just
before we
literally
go
2
anywhere.
seconds, but please feel free to discuss
No
your
worries.
plans. I will be literally a moment.
Yeah, I'll assume he'll just let us get back to the bunker. I assume we're not
Yeah,
going to get
I mean,
hijacked, so let's assume we're in the bunker. And we can retro thingy it if it's a problem.
yeah. Yeah, I completely misunderstood how this world worked.
Fair enough.
I assumed it.
I thought that the most population lives in the bunkers, but I assume it's like maybe 5 floors deep at max, like big bunkers, but not like city level big.
You were thinking like Fallout vaults kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
in
maybe like
actuality,
2, 3 times bigger than Fallout World vaults, but not
But it's-
the city. Because like, what's the point of having such a massive population here?
I guess
Well, you
to
just
be
need the raw
laborers.
people for the resource extraction. The entire point of the planet is extremely valuable for the purposes of like the adamantium plasteel that's like natural here, if I recall.
They all
Is that
just
right?
mine that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're all fucking miners. They're having the worst time in the world.
Eh.
And then obviously they need to, they will need to terrestrially produce some food, or else they'd all starve to death if there were any issues whatsoever with transport and trade,
Elevator.
which they have to be able to accommodate for, or else they just
Yeah.
be a dead populace like that.
You see, yeah, my misunderstanding before was I assumed it was the bunkers were like insanely rare and they weren't big, and the only like the major population were just the tribes in convoys.
Don't get me wrong, they're very spread out. They're decently spread out.
Yeah.
But there's a good number of them. Like, this planet, you could probably guess, was in at least one war. How many bunkers there are.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This makes it a heck of a lot easier to get information, which I'm good. I'm happy about.
Yes,
Yeah.
you managed
If
to
we
head back to
kinda
your home bunker. Which, yes, you do manage without getting shot down. Unless, no, I'm kidding. You managed.
Once we do kind of
Dodge roll.
settle in, Jadis will start kind of detaching a lot of his more formal attire, hooking his sword out from his like sword belt at his side, taking off his nicer like red coat, which is now stained with like sand and cut up here and there. And as he's kind of doing this, you'll look over the rest of them. Of course, we'd need more information, but I have a proposition on a plan.
Hmm.
Hey.
Though I'd consider it to be somewhat of a small cruelty to this world,
Okay.
or at least some of its people. But the great enemy can and is likely to inflict greater damage and evils. Certain to, in fact, especially with what's going on in Higaton Primaris. So, if we can begin to eliminate their factors here, even if it would harm some somewhat, it still might be worthwhile. These
yeah.
undercities rely on trade to sustain themselves, clearly.
Yes.
Which,
Yes.
to everything outside the capital, must be transported across land-based convoys.
Yes.
Yes.
I cannot imagine that the common man is happy with their lot already.
Well, with the
will
hooks.
Make a revolution?
I will imagine that if food and supplies begin to dwindle, that agitation will only exceed, whilst the capital will remain fat and filled from the space elevator.
Okay, I can see where you're going here. I can see what you're trying to say.
It's a very long time operation.
It requires resources that I don't know
And time.
how we get. So
If
I'm
we
assuming
pick-
you've got a way.
If we pick a singles population center, we can do it likely not by just the three of us, but we could do some aid here and there.
Oh, I get it. For start, I thought you wanted start a revolution, so I will storm the capital. But
Oh.
actually, you want our target to take an interest in it and
No,
leave the
your
capital.
first guess was quite correct.
Oh, what a bunch of normal people, common people will do.
They are
Against-
laborers, they are miners. If there's one thing they have, it's equipment to break stone.
I don't think
I don't.
such equipment will be enough for bunkers that are made to withstand these harsh conditions. Sadly, but it is a good way to make a disturbance and lead our target out of the capital.
Oh,
I'm
I've
more-
no assumption that the Enforcer Captain has any intent to leave the capital for this purpose.
I'm more worried about the fact that I don't think it's going to be that easy to take a convoy.
And it will take a lot of time for actually supply to dwindle because usually
They have
I
a stock,
assume
like
at
a-
least there is some stock in there, and then people will start starving in like in a week or 2 or 3, and then disturbance will start, and it's another like 1 or 2 week when everybody organizes, and like it's a whole long game that I don't think we have.
We don't have a time limit.
We have
We
no idea how long
don't,
we have to
but
play our hand.
the
And
problem
there's no
is
reason to rush into anything if we don't need to.
So what's your plan for taking convoys?
We can either provide additional intel to the Hooks of Higaton to encourage them to take action, or we can take action ourselves. There's a few ways to go about this, most likely. The great land ships that'll be ferrying a lot of this, I'm sure, and the more terrestrial of vehicles are easy pickings if they are even remotely disabled. To which we have the technical know-how to enact with
I
consistent
don't think
results.
the
They need not
problem
be perfect.
I don't have a with the first idea, with the hooks idea, it kind of goes against exactly what they want to do. They already are downtrodden people that are trying to rebel against the governors. They would
Indeed.
I don't feel like they'd want to make other people downtrodden. Unless they didn't believe in
are
it.
intelligent and not fools and truly wish to accomplish their goal, there is victory in this. They are a small number, a small people. They will amount to nothing in the grand scheme of things. So, they need, even if it does not suit their direct purposes, a greater number of the willing. And
You see-
sometimes
yeah. Okay.
people must be made willing.
Yes.
You see, the thing I have is
We
I feel
don't-
like no, you go ahead. Sorry.
Hmm. Your method will breach the wall. The problem is, by the time the wall is breached and the amount of chaos it causes, I don't think we will be able to find our target in all of the carnage. It's a bit too
Oh,
massive
but
of the
I think we
operation.
will. If the walls are breached, where else does he have to go? But up.
Space elevator?
Trapped, no escape. If we get ahead of the initial breach, we can get out to the city. I'm confident in that. He'll be in a rush. A large amount of the military and defense work will need to be moved to the outskirts of the capital.
There is no outskirts of the capital. There's just doors.
Yes, they'll be on the outermost ones because they will need to take action to resist any intrusion efforts.
Yeah. Either that one or the next
It
level of doors.
will,
Yeah,
at
there are
least.
3 levels of doors. I
Yes.
think all the normal people will get destroyed by the time we reach the second, maybe. I'm very questioning if they breach you with the first one.
They
I've
don't
not
need
seen
to.
the capital. I've not seen how heavily guarded it is.
I need to iterate. We do not actually require the effort on their part to be successful.
Why?
But if
Do we
it's
need
not
them?
if it's not a threat, why would he run?
I didn't say not a threat. I said not successful.
But if it doesn't breach even the first wall or the second wall,
How
it's not
are
a
we gonna
threat.
get? Yeah.
They have to be a threat to him.
We
In-
can infiltrate the capital ahead of time. I'm saying to Dimitri.
How? Okay,
So-
how are we infiltrating it ahead of time? Our whole problem is we're trying to figure out how to get in. And you're just telling us what we can do it. How? What's your secret? Yes.
It will require further information gathering. This is a long process. We
Oh.
have information to gather.
Yes.
I am under no illusion we will simply walk ourselves in there no matter what we do. but we can figure something out. Bear in mind, it's a large city. There are more than just a few entry points, no matter how hard they must try and make it the case.
There's definitely
Is that
going to
fine?
be places, even from, say, for example, the first wall. It's like there will be ways to get rid of waste. There'll be ways to, they'll have to have ways of getting stuff out of the city that won't be as heavily guarded. I'm not as worried about our chances of finding a way in, because I think we could, with time, figure out a way in.
If we
Especially
cannot
for like,
find ingress into a city of potentially millions on our own, that decries our abilities quite significantly, I find.
I
It is
think
the
my,
matter of dealing of our target that I believe will be the harder one.
yeah, I
We
think my worry
already
is,
have experience of being in large city and having targets defined. I think that wouldn't be that much of a problem this time either.
yeah, I think that my problem is I don't even know, even with their insane amounts of numbers and their ways of breaking rock, I don't know, their picks or whatever, I don't know if they can.
I kick the las cutter that we have sat in our bunker.
Yeah, and these walls were made to deal with military level fire.
They were designed to deal with environmental abrasion.
No,
No,
this was
it's
wasn't
military
this a,
bunkers.
the military bunkers have been retrofitted.
Into being like habitats.
I mean, this was
Standard bunkers and their ferrocrete are designed to resist explosions. Directed energy weaponry often makes much smoother work of them.
But it also takes time. By the time I do anything, I'm gonna get destroyed.
shot by I mean, in fairness, we need more information on how heavily guarded the capital is before we even make
we
assumptions.
gather information. Next,
Yeah,
we choose what we do according to new things.
I think your plan
out.
is probably the best plan we've had at the moment.
I think it has too many big things that we need to do in a lot of time and a lot of ifs, which is very problematic.
To be
I do think
blunt, all of your plans have a lot of ifs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Every single one of your
Oh,
plans
I don't think
there is no risk.
I don't think he's saying that one is better. He's saying that there are ifs to it.
Yeah.
A lot of ifs.
It just Yanis's plan is the most long-term and resource
In the nature of Janus, every single plan he makes is typically large scale and a bit dramatic.
Yeah. I think the hooks part of it is not possible, because maybe this is wrong about the organization, but in my experience, rebel groups that are trying to, they're downtrodden people that are trying to rise up, they live off of that message being them. That's their moniker, and that's what everybody that's probably the lower are incredibly passionate about. It will be hard to
likely studied very different political histories.
Oh, mine's not political history, mine's experience.
I kind of cock an eye at that.
When you're in a situation where you're at war, you'll be surprised how pissed people get about the governor living in a different planet. It's kind of actually a bit similar to what's happening here, except it wasn't nearly as bad as this planet. Well, we were at war, but the planet itself is not as bad. More what I'm getting at is I feel like they're very passion driven.
Sorry, I will need to shuttle out just for a couple minutes.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah,
we'll just discuss the plan for a bit.
Yeah.
I think they're very passion driven, at least in the lower lands. I don't feel like the lower parts of that group would agree to willingly starve people.
Yeah, I also think so.
And I don't know if we can do it ourselves because those convoys have to be guarded because they're important. Like,
Yeah.
especially after the first couple get taken out.
There'll be even more guards. Yeah,
Yeah.
that spawn is a bit too much for us.
I like the concept of it.
Yeah, the concept is. I always. Yeah.
If we could get that to happen in the capital, it would be huge, but we can't because of the elevator.
Yes. We can. I would say we can break the elevator, but it's the most guarded.
We can't. We
place.
can't break that
We
elevator.
do have a
orbital
bomb.
elevator would be.
That's a spatial structure.
Put
That
it
is
this way.
huge.
It would be visible from orbit. The base of it would be, and this in particular would be up armored on top of the usual, just due to the environment up to a certain point.
I don't even know if the war machine that we have to deal with could even destroy that thing.
It's
Like-
probably not destroy, but it can harm
Yeah,
it.
could definitely cripple it. No, it could definitely cripple it.
Yeah.
With sustained fire.
And that's assuming if it's fully operational, right?
Yeah.
And we don't think we can operate it, even if it was fully ready.
I do agree. What I will say about Janus's plan is I do agree with the philosophy of we can't do this quickly. This is not a quick mission. This is something that we have to work on.
Yes, but our target will not stay in one place for this long.
Well, he's
not
here.
He's not even like originally working on this planet. He's gonna move on to next thing at some point.
It's why I like the idea of the concept of finding something that is desirable enough for him to leave his capital and go to investigate it.
I would say he probably already knows about a war machine.
I'm not talking like just a war machine. He's on this planet officially to deal with the gangs, deal with the hooks and the chaos group. If we could leak information about their headquarters, not the actual headquarters, but like a fake headquarters, and we can put a legitimacy to that, maybe that he would leave his capital to deal with the headquarters of the hooks. And then we could get him there.
I don't know.
It's
Also,
a lot
my
of ifs,
problem
obviously.
is
He might
I
just
don't
send a
think
convoy of
our-
PDF, right?
yeah.
He could just
Also-
he could just send some random people that we wouldn't really want to kill.
Yeah, I don't think he will just go himself first to test the grounds. Sadly.
It's just
So
there's
is
so
there
much
anything
up.
you'd want to do now that you can agree on? Perhaps.
I
Now
would
the
think
plan
ev-
has been sort of questioned.
We'll go to the
Command center
nearest
place.
city bunker.
Yeah,
And
I think we're
just
all
find
in agreement on that.
information.
Okay.
Yeah, but let's
Just
we'll
so
agree.
to realise we're sort of hung upon the grander end of the plan, but perhaps that a lot of that, from what I can see, hinges on what you learn from that city, but also what the capital's like, neither of which you've been to.
Yeah. I think we're thinking too long term. We probably should we're thinking too big picture. We should probably start from the smallest
Right.
part, which is getting information. Then we'll be able to inform our decision a bit more. I think that's a good idea.
Alright, so would you rather visit the command centre, or would you like to scout out the capital itself? Your vehicle could reach either.
No, no.
I
Let's
think the
go to
command
city.
center. Yeah, let's go
Yeah.
to the command center place.
Okay.
Because we
So-
might be able to get information about how the capital is from there, depending on who we find.
Yes. I don't think we will find a lot
So-
outside of the capital anyway.
As you, the next day, we'll say, set off, it's easy enough to find. There's many tracks, There's many well-trodden paths, and you know you're getting closer. You see large processions of people, other speeders, in fact. And in the distance, you can see the dust clouds of a few great haulers moving tons of material, food, and other things towards the command center. It is
How do they look?
very. How does which, the city or the
The
haulers?
huge things that are taking the
Ah.
food and the resources, do they
So-
look like they are armored?
They are definitely at least lightly armored. They are these massive. If you're thinking like the elephant from Halo, bigger than that thing,
Yeah.
longer, definitely, with great like shipping crates on the back of them. On the actual main car itself, main sort of like where the driver is, that appears to be quite reinforced, with blinds that can be dropped that appear to be armored. There is at
Okay.
least a heavy stubber mount at the top that appears to be manned at the time, as well as a few tertiary turrets
Okay.
on the four corners of it. That's on each of
Is
them.
there an escort?
There is an escort. There is about 6 speeders darting between them, with the sort of colours of the capital, that being a kind of like a red stripe going down them, and then with kind of a pair of like silver eagle wings coming from like on the bonnet. And the vehicles
Okay.
themselves are jet black.
Okay.
Those
And
appear
are
to
these
armed guards.
speeders regular speeders or like armored speeders?
They appear to be armed or armored. You can probably tell from where you are, they have a similar kind of like your own one where they have like a heavy stubber, but it's actually built in, into the design, and a bit more armor. Other than that, there
Okay.
are a few tracked vehicles. There is at least 2 Chimera coming along. Though those are coming from the city itself to join them. It would appear they're kind of taking over guarding.
Oh, okay. They're coming from the city to just sort of take over the. Okay.
Yeah, whereas
So
the
they're
speeders
not
appear
probably
to be kind
not
of,
normally.
Yeah, in the midst of deserts, the speeders are likely there due to their speed. Be able to ward off most
Okay.
problems. Whereas the Chimeras are there to secure them, bring them in. You've
Okay.
seen them before, Conrad. You know what they're like. Reliable,
Yeah.
strong, and the multi-laser will shred most things. So,
Yep, they shredded many people.
and the extra inside the mounts for lasers, or most likely autoguns, though these ones clearly have the multi-laser.
Those
there is-
chimeras we can't deal with.
There is about 3 of these transports brought along. As far as you can't
I
quite
see.
tell the cargo, but it likely is various supplies. Maybe even water.
Yeah.
Promethium, maybe. All kinds of stuff. As they sort of
Okay.
approach, the sand sort of parts as a great door kind of opens up for them. And they sort of go down into the bunker.
Okay, interesting. So they get like a different access point, which makes complete sense with their size.
There is particular docks for speeders. Other than that, you do note that this place appears to have a few of the trappings of a proper city. There's obviously some structures that were built later for communications, and also at least 1, maybe 2 planetary defense guns on the top.
Oh.
I see.
Other
Now,
than
are
that,
those-
there are a few kind of towers that are likely there for void shield projection to ward off orbital bombardment.
Okay, so are those made specifically to deal with threats from above, right? They're
Yeah.
not like they're like orbital shooting kind of
Yeah.
things.
They're
Okay.
You could try and nail an aircraft in orbit with one, but they're so slow. These massive lance batteries are there to fire a hole straight through a hull, ideally.
Yeah. Okay. They're like remnants of what this used to be for.
Yeah. Very much, from the looks of it, probably still operation.
Yeah. I mean, there's no reason not to have them operational. Um, is our retrofitting of our speeder illegal? Us putting that gun on it?
No, there are many speeders with retrofits.
Okay, good.
The gun, self-defense.
Yeah, okay. I just wanted to double check it wasn't one of those things where a Mechanicus guy was going to come up to us and go, "Heresy," and then shoot us in the head.
They definitely wouldn't like it, but
Yeah,
they don't typically deal with most of the local stuff.
I guess technically they have like the Mechanicus also have like significantly lower influence here than they did in the last place we were at,
Much lower.
where
You
they
haven't even seen a
effectively
clip
runned
of
it.
Mars, bar like the ones that are on certain machinery.
And this governess, I mean, this feels obvious, but I have to double check. Do they own the place we used to be at as well?
Technically, they own the planet.
Right. Do they own the other planet we used to be at?
No, Primaris
No, it's
is
different.
different governor.
Okay, cool. It just happens to be like a bit near, because
It's likely they were founded by the same rogue trader, but the governess herself only owns that planet. Higaton Primaris
I
is its
see.
own governor, and he lives on the planet. It is the primary forge world. Likely material from this
Okay.
world is fed to it.
Good to know. Good to know. Yeah, I think we'd make our way to one of those places where you can put your speeder. Does it look like you have to pay for it?
Parking lot.
Not of what you can see, but you do get hailed as you start approaching.
Okay.
Unknown speeder, this is flight control. State your business.
We have come to trade our limited goods for food.
Please flag your trader ID.
Is that needed for small purchases? I'm
You
not a
said you were
merchant. I'm
traders.
just. We're here to trade some stuff, but we're not merchants. We just need food, and we're gonna sell what we have. Is there like a
Small
lower
per-
limit to? Yeah. Yeah.
So not
sorry.
a merchant. Right. Please proceed to dock 12.
Okay. I'll do what he says. Sorry for the misunderstanding.
He's already cut off and
Yeah,
was
I
actually
know.
the
I
next
did.
person. He slides the vehicle. You slide the vehicle over, and make your way to the dock. As you land, there are dozens of other speeders, various modifications and models. Some looking a little fancier, some looking more rundown. One you're convinced is basically kept together with spit, glue, and a hope and a prayer, and has a jet engine attached to the back of it.
Genius. I like that guy or gal. I like that
Very
person.
bolted on, extra armor, likely one of the jets there to actually help it fly. There also are a few enforcer speeders you see going around. They can have a dark blue. They appear to be armed with some kind of las weapon, likely a multi-laser on the front.
Okay.
Sort of flying around.
Okay. Do the other people that are getting out of speeders look like they have weapons visibly on them?
Do they?
No, I'm asking.
Not
I'm asking
I
you.
have no context.
out in the open.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, I managed to. I suggested that, considering the long-term plan was a bit in contention, how about a short?
Yeah.
What's the short-term plan? And so they said that we wanted to go to command post, actually see it.
Until we
Okay.
just got here.
So just for your sake, Ada, the city itself from the outside has a pair of orbital laser cannons, at least a small array to allow a void shield to activate if needed. Other than that, it has at the sort of rear, a large door was sort of opened from underground to allow free transports to go in. These, like, think an elephant from Halo, but bigger and longer, with a heavy stubber mount on the top, where the driver's car is, and then on each of the four corners, a turret mount. And they are protected by the three of them are protected by 6 speeders, each with their own heavy stubber. and were met at the city by 2 Chimera to guide them in.
Oh.
You're currently docking.
Ooh.
We're currently docking. I was just interested to see, like, because we don't know the local sort of culture here. I was like, is it normal for people to have weapons out or not?
You can
And so
tell
that's why I
people
asked.
have them, but they're making an effort to cover them. Not enough
I
to
see.
not be able to tell they have them, but like, I'm not gonna flash my piece at you, but I have one.
Right. So if I maybe covered up if I put my like long las on my back, and then put like a cloak over my back, I'd have it concealed, maybe enough. But I
Kinda.
feel like that'd be a risk.
You
Of
may wish to
me
leave it.
with
You may wish to.
big great sword sitting next to you.
Do they look like they're just wearing like heavy leathers, or do some of them have visible armor on?
It varies a bit. Some of them who look to be potentially from the tribes have sort of bits of armor plate that they've got, old beaten bits of metal shaped into armor. Some of them wearing like flak. Some people are just in leathers. Very mixed bag. Nothing
Okay.
crazy. Like, you won't see anyone in the Imperial Guard flak.
Yeah.
Up to you
Okay.
guys. If
True.
you brought it. Also,
Well, I've got it on.
if you want to have
Like
retroactively
always
said
on.
what you have, by the way, because obviously I know Lindsay wasn't here, so if you do want to, actually, I would have left stuff at home. Let me know.
But yeah, Janus, as I mentioned, has now dressed down because he was doing it in the bunker. So he's in
Yeah.
his like more common clothing.
Yeah. Was there
It's
anything
very
else? Sorry, was there anything else you would do as well while you were at the bunker before you left?
It was mainly stowing equipment. You wanted to do some general research, but we'll get around to that anyways.
That's fine. That's
Um,
fine. Anything you would have done, probably like this is the day later, so anything you'd have done that evening, by all means, just let me know.
Okie doke, no problem. Bad
Yes,
day.
you would have had an evening to do anything you wanted to do. That goes for you
Like,
two as
saying
well.
it,
Yeah.
but he swapped over to like his like tattered pilgrim's robes he picked up a while back, just over the black cloak he's still wearing.
Yeah.
He will have stowed his sword. He's keeping his knife on him, stowed at his hip, along with his auto pistol. The beam caster and its RKO tech machinations is disassembled and stored away again back in the bunker.
Okay.
I think as much as I know I'm gonna regret it. I think I would have logically not gone with my armor and weapons, other than my las pistol.
Okay, that's fine.
And like, obviously, I'd have the combat vest on, but that's just like a place that you can easily have put a weapon,
Yeah.
so that you can
Seeing as
equip it.
everybody is dressing down, I'm gonna be in my what it's called, the lever.
Yeah, you and your levers.
Heavy levers, and my pair of knives, just in case.
Okay. Right.
I'm
As
gonna
you're getting out of the
regret coming
speeder,
here just with the las pistol.
are you leaving anything in the speeder?
Nah, all of that stuff would have been left at the home,
Okay.
so no.
Alrighty. You leave the speeder. You do have a means of locking it, don't worry. It's a mechanical lock. Similar to the door, actually, but much smaller scale.
So do we have a key?
Yes. You have a key to the door,
Okay.
and then also a key that fits in just under, like, a section you raise on the front, and that just sort of hard turns the engine off. It can't turn on while that cog's turned.
That's very useful.
Yeah, as you're standing in
Right.
there, people are funneling in. A pair of enforcers are wandering around, doing spot checks. And then there's a pair at the door with a cyber mastiff. And
Ooh.
a large sort of cyborg dog. It's about the size of a Great Dane. And it is clad in heavy plated armor on its body. Still got some of its fur, but is very one mechanical eye. and its teeth appear to have been replaced with like the adamantine jaws.
I see. So don't mess with it, is what I'm hearing.
It could
He
probably
has
bite your
God
head
and
off.
anime on his side.
You could probably kill it, but it would definitely kill one of you. While
Yeah.
you're shooting the hell out of the thing. The two guards, the two sort of enforcers, they're in kind of they've got like a flak chest piece, helmet, and then kind of levers on the arms and legs, each wielding a shotgun.
I see.
They do appear to have shock
Right then.
walls on their sides as well.
I feel like we should go get some information then.
Alrighty. You
You'll
go to
follow on
enter.
behind.
The two guards stop you for a moment.
Hello.
Just hold on 1 second. Rufus, and the dog stands up and paces around you all, sniffing. It looks at Dimitri for a long pause
Smells
before
like
it
teen
circles
spirit.
around and circles back and sits next to the guard.
Oh, are
You
we
may
good?
enter.
Oh, thank the Emperor.
There's a reason you were worried.
Oh, I was worried when the dog started. I've never been here before.
You have nothing to hide, you have nothing to fear.
Cool. I immediately stopped being nervous and walked through.
Corinne points out, yes, I know only bad people who say that word. It's the Imperium. They definitely would have that mindset.
But it's true. It's true. If you've got nothing to hide, what do you have to fear, buddy? Buddy, show me the inside of your home.
Okay.
Yikers.
Show me your history.
Nothing to hide, nothing to fear.
Yeah.
Show your butthole.
So when we walked past them, I just sort of looked to Janus and go, "What were they actually looking for?"
Rats.
Could be a few things. No, not rats. No. Wait, Dimitri, are you carrying any rats on you right now?
If I
I don't like that you took a second to try and think about that.
Yeah, I was like,
Are
"There's
there
not even
rats
any
in your
rats."
pocket, Dimitri?
You'd have to import that. You would have to have brought them with you.
That's why the dog stared at him for a while. Like, am I hungry? Before the override system, you're not hungry.
Father, I desire
don't
more
worry.
rats.
Stares
Oh,
at the
that's
guard. I am hungry.
Because like they
You've
wouldn't have
eaten
been
5
able to.
hours ago.
They wouldn't have been able to smell if you were like evil.
It's possible that Mastiffs are fitted with more adept auspexes as well.
And I'm not
Tied
evil.
into their improved olfactory senses. It could be something like detecting non-standardized cybernetics or weaponry or illicit substances.
Mutations.
They might want to minimize. I'm not aware of a localized drug trade, but something like that would be probably a common issue, I take it. Especially for local enforcers to be tangling with.
Okay.
As you
Well,
enter
we're
the
past
city
that.
proper, you open up into... Can you go down a while? About half an hour's walk. Just constant walking. Before you go into like a really densely populated underground area. There's kind of this... How to put it? It kind of feels like someone took a mine... Like a place that's been like strip mined and like in a circular kind of motion and built a city into it. That's pretty much how it looks. There are rings that go down and down with this great kind of tower in the middle. You may be getting imagery of a prison. That is kind of how it looks.
I love me some prisons.
Various interlocking sort of bridges going in between the bridge, the tower and the sort of central areas, with various sort of like areas of like that dart off as the lower you go, the less organized it seems to be. But you can pretty much see down the neck of this place. It goes pretty deep.
So the lower, the worse.
Like, it's less
Oh.
organized. Like, it's been dug down and bolted on later. Whereas his upper layers look like they were more intentionally built.
Ah, I see.
It's probably that the upper layers were done when this place was originally like founded, and then they've just needed to go down and down, and they've used like whatever methods they could.
Oh
Yeah.
well.
Where would you like to start? Anything particularly you're looking for?
I'm looking for the food stalls.
Of course you are. You see
Where there's
various
food, there's people.
signage. It's about 3 layers down.
Janus is checking Dimitri against Lazarius's hierarchy of needs.
Of course, the first need is the Emperor.
Yeah, as is proper.
Yeah. Nah,
Crazy.
Yeah.
maybe like the 4th or 5th.
Nah, ain't
First
right,
need.
buddy. Sort yourself out. Fucking heretic. Jump him.
Don't know what we're talking about.
Well,
I
Lazarus
worship
table
humanity.
is the first need. Followed by duty, of course, then followed by purpose, then food.
Then Clussy.
That's very high up.
Mm.
It's very high on the hierarchy. It's important.
You have to have all the other ones first, you know. You'll never normally get there.
Wonka wonka.
Nor would a Harlequin let you.
Oh.
No, it's not a bad idea to check the food stalls. I mean,
Yeah.
there's always
It's
going to
where
be
people
people
are.
there. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So you're all heading down for the food stalls then.
I'll head with and just
Yeah.
hang a little bit back. I'm
If you're
doing some
wondering,
like
as far as
brain
crowds, by the way,
meditation.
yeah. Those crowds,
What?
there is a fucking... You're like pushing through people. You kind of have to go through the tide. Like a tide of people.
I'm making sure at all points to make sure I have everything on me, in case someone tries to pickpocket me.
Yeah. Janus is kind of like his pilgrim rags have this very tattered like top pointing caparot. A caparot? Is it caparot or caparot?
I don't know what that word is, if I'm being honest.
Talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, so it has a bad current connotation, but if you pull like old Christian religion back, you know the sorry for
How do you
Warhammer
spell it?
references, you know the Redemptionists.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah, so it's
Oh,
that
you have a
hat.
pointy hood.
He has a pointy hood.
Oh,
It's like that
it's got
Spanish
that.
festival.
Yeah, the proper term is caparot, and it's a Spanish thing.
Yeah.
but it's
Spanish
very-
festival. It was also
Yeah.
co-opted by a different group of people.
Yes, it was. But yeah, he's got a very funny caparot, so it's a full face covering kind of thing.
I'm
With
with
his
you.
eyes kind of peeking out, tattered at the tops quite intentionally. And so he's just kind of doing some like benedictive praying on his own with here and there as he's kind of looking over people. Because there's two kinds of people that people ignore. The poor and the poor again.
Don't worry, you're among billions of them.
Yeah.
Well, maybe
But yeah, he'll hang a little bit
close to
one
billions.
side.
Close to billions. Probably very high millions. But anyway,
What kind
as
of
you
food
go
is
down
there?
the layers, once you've reached there, you go through various layers. One appears to be kind of logistics. You see a lot of people running over to a certain side. Sort of like one part of it basically is like a tunnel down, like an elevator, with these great crates coming down. As you go down another sort of large elevator, I mean really big elevator, because I'm like thousands of people. It's a third layer. The food stalls, they're not great. They're
Oh.
very much low quality kind of gruel. Very salted meats. It's all quite formal up here, to a point like there's like approved imperial nutrition. As opposed to maybe the lower layers where there may be more impromptu stalls. But they offer... You notice that there is a line for the labourers that goes back quite a way. and each have been handed a card that they may then acquire a gruel soup. You also notice anyone who lingers too long gets beaten, sent back to work.
Nice.
As for the other stalls, they appear to be more visitors. Lines are shorter,
I'm gonna.
but the food is definitely not organic.
Yeah.
Edible? Maybe.
Oh, this
I
is more
approach
depressing.
the food stall that sells salted meats while chewing on the water from my pocket.
I forgot you still had the water that you're definitely not supposed to chew, and you're 100% supposed to turn into a liquid.
As you approach the stall, you probably find the closest thing to a pleasant smell down here. The thrice cooked, thrice salted, and thrice damned meat. The stall is called thrice damned. You see in the back a kind of like a big rotating doner meat. That, but way drier.
Oh.
Way drier looking. Looks fucking mummified as they're like literally like this hacking off pieces of meat off of it and then slapping it onto a hot kind of like probably like a stove. Well, I guess like an electric oven like sort of top, but it's just literally a sheet of metal that's hot. Slap it on and like throwing salt at it before like sort of almost cracking it to pieces and then putting it into a bowl and serving it to someone with like a modicum of broth.
I excitedly wait in line. How many people before me?
About 100.
2,000. Oh,
$2 million.
About 100 people.
All
How about the rest of you?
I just look at it and just go, oh, he's gonna be there for a while, isn't he? Is that the equivalent of a pub?
Hope.
Not on
A
this
pub? I see. Could I try and find the equivalent of a pub?
How would you like to go about doing so?
I would like to go up to one of the stalls that doesn't look like it's got that many people near it. Obviously, they probably still have like 30 to 40 people, but like that has less people, and just go up to it and go, hey, do you know where I can get a drink?
You wait for about 20 people to go by before this gruel merchant looks at you. You want a drink, do you?
Yeah,
Oh, I'll tell you where you
and not just
I'll tell you where you can get a drink.
okay.
16 layers down. Yeah,
Am I gonna get shot when I get there?
that depends. You got money?
Of course I have. I wouldn't be asking this if I didn't have money.
Then you might get shot.
I
But
see.
there's also some good broth down there, good to drink. Add some hair to your chest. You want to look for something like the Stumbling Guardsman. Oh, and of course the Squat's Paradise. But that place is a bit mingy even for me. I do like it a bit mingy.
Do these places also have people that could get me some information?
What do you mean?
I'm relatively new to this place, and I just want to learn the local knowledge.
Tourist. You can go now.
You could say that.
But it serves your kind here. He spits, but it's more like on the ground, it's more like a dry heave.
You'll regret that, and I'll just leave.
That's an insane thing to say.
I'm not gonna do anything. I just like to think that at the absolute least, he'll be scared for a bit.
He's gotta just jump you in an alley. Good lad.
You
I mean,
see
he could
him
jump me in an
just
alley.
move on to the next person like you weren't there, and hand them a pole of gruel that's grey, and you see the person like having to like pull out a very sharp knife to kind of break up the gruel before eating it.
That's
Oh
right.
no, he doesn't serve me.
Yeah. No, you'll regret that because you don't get to get fed this delicious din-dins.
Yes, that delicious
Gruel.
din.
Look,
That
in
you
all fairness,
would-
Dimitri,
this
you
could
are number
top
70 in the queue. So Janus, what are you
I mean,
doing?
yeah, that's good information actually.
As Eunice is kind of settling in, he's primarily just quite earnestly praying, as is proper, as he's listening in on any conversations he kind of passes by. He's not intending to try and gather any specific knowledge, just bits and pieces. Yeah, trying to
I
gain some
seem
clues
to
from the crowds,
remember
proverbially.
There is a skill check. Or,
So it would be inquiry typically.
inquiry. I would like an inquiry, please. +0.
I'm gonna very quickly
You have
check
it
one
trained?
quick thing.
I did just look.
Yeah, I've got it trained. I've got it trained. No, I'm just checking the assumed default because of the clues from the clouds. Clues from the crowd's talent.
Ah, you have that. Excellent. That does affect things.
Yeah, I get to
Very serious.
reroll.
Yeah.
So.
Let's say
I was
thought
up
there was
my.
a skill that was like that.
Okay, I get to reroll this. Fair dues. I'm
You
not great at it.
hear
I've-
various conversations. One man is referring to his wife as a cheap slag. The other group are discussing poker game. And another group are most discussing about a trip to the Great Hill.
The Great
Okay.
Hill.
The Greater Hill.
And one
One
of
of them
them's talking
discuss it-
about the
one of them-
location of the base of the hooks of the
Yes.
of
And
Higaton.
one is discussing how he got high as a kite up there. He
No,
sniffs.
free drugs? Yay! No, not necessarily free. Drugs? Yay!
Kind of surprised he knows
He's
what a
asked
kite
that
is.
question
I guess
and
that's
simply
that
says,
makes sense.
No. Oxygen deprivation.
That's not good. Airsick Highlander?
Yeah, he was a Highlander for a bit. Like
Another
all
one
oxygen
says,
Scotland,
I am-
whatever.
There's another guy who seems to say I am Horace Lubrical. Reincarnated as this random
Dimitri,
guy.
you are number 40 in the queue.
Nice.
Hey.
You're making progress.
I'm assuming hours are going by.
Yeah, we're doing all the
Oh,
investigating.
and don't worry, the air is musty and recycled.
I mean, I'm already used to it. It's like,
It's like, imagine a gym changing room, but it's everywhere.
Yeah,
ugh,
that makes
hot, bro.
sense.
jeez.
hot.
At this point, I'm just sort of like waiting near where Dimitri is, just sort of like watching everything and just going like, he's almost there. I mean, he's making progress.
See, Dimitri is just unblinking. He's focused on that rotating
It's funny
meat.
because he got in the one that's for workers, so I'm pretty sure he's not going to get served as soon as he gets there.
No, it's not for workers. The soup is for workers. This one is just very popular because only good
I just
one.
think that'd be
Good is enough.
hilarious.
Don't say that. I need my.
After all that, we didn't say the
my-
idea.
There's
What
a-
did you two doing
There's gonna
as-
be a
after that?
demonic breach in here.
There's like
there's gonna be,
it's probably
there's
been
gonna be an
about, like,
attack before.
a few hours now. Dimitri is 31 in the queue currently.
Oh gosh,
Yeah.
that 31st guy is he's just taking too long.
He's ordering a big meal.
Yeah, it's kind of it's offensive for him to do that.
You shitted.
61 shawarmas.
Are you guys going to wait for
Well, that'd
Dimitri, or is there anything else you want to do while waiting for him? By the way?
I don't want to go to the pub because I might get shot if I don't have my friends with me.
Okay, many more hours go by. Dimitri, you're finally addressed.
Ah,
He looks
somebody.
at you.
Ah,
He looks
yes,
at the
meat.
very emaciated stick of meat,
Yes,
and you get whatever's left.
please. Oh.
And he closes the door.
What?
Shuts it closed.
No.
No, you were the final customer.
The people behind you
Ah.
looking very, very annoyed.
It's because of
you-
that 31st
the-
guy. He took all the stuff.
You
Dimitri
do see a
just
couple
like
of them walk up to someone who took quite a big order. And
Dimitri slouches,
a
covering his
metal
eyes.
rod slides out from his sleeve as the man with large order gets his cranium cracked a little. As a few of them
Gosh.
run off, start stealing some of his order and running off.
Do the enforcers appear?
One of them looks
Wait,
over.
wait.
He just looks over. He looks at a chrono. Shakes his head.
Okay.
Looks to his partner. And you can overhear something in the lines of, "That's next shift's problem."
Jesus.
As they're kind of saying this, Janus, in his like big full face caparot, will kind of like slide in towards the skull cracked man and give him a medical once over. How's he looking? Is this a dead man or is this a very brutally injured man?
I would like a Medicaid check, please. I'd like you to
Okay.
diagnose him. You have ligma.
Hit. I'm still so pissed about that -1 in. It fucks me so badly.
You need to increase your
I hold
intelligence
on.
somehow.
It's so expensive now. So
You can't recover that
any
either. It's like
negative-
Dimitri where you can
any-
recover it.
No, I'm still...
I'm gonna say a +10. You're
Okay,
you're a
so
smart boy. You know medicine.
nice.
Nah, 69. Very nice. I realise chat can't see it behind me, but it's fine. You'll take my word for it, chat. It's 69. You look
Wow,
upon him.
300.
He's definitely got a concussion. His head's bleeding. He could die. Probably. If he isn't given some attention.
No worries. I will kind of thumb around in my med kit for a little while as I do some very quick checks, like snapping my fingers in front of his eyes and checking reactions and all that.
He's quite a big bloke, by the way. Like he's got a bit of chunk on him. He eats well.
You do not look like you are particularly well here now, friend.
Hell. He appears to be unable to form words.
Janus kind of looks him over. He can't speak. He's gonna pull out his. He's gonna pull a data slate up from the robe and kind of slide it across here onto like essentially Notepad++.
Mm-hmm.
And gonna slide it over to him. If you can't talk, would you be willing to type here where I should take you, considering your injuries?
You see his shaky hand tap the screen. And you see him very, very misspelled. But it's layer 5, section 2.
Okay. He kind of pulls that, stabs it back into his hands for a second. Well, 5 section 2, you'll have to try and stay conscious for me if we're going to go find where you are. Emperor bless you, stay conscious the whole way, else you might have some trouble. And he's going to kind of like heft the fella, or do his best to heft the fella. He's extremely weak, so he's not going to do a good job.
I'll let you do it. You pull him up,
Or
though
he'll-
immediately vomits.
Yeah. He's gonna stain my rags.
At that point, one of the enforcers walks over. Citizen,
I kind of
for the crime of desecrating the eating hall, you'll be fined. Huh? You fined 10 marks. You are to deliver these to the station within 20 days. He then walks off.
Well, he's been generous.
technically not as corrupt as I might have assumed. As I'm kind of hefting the fella and kind of making my way, I'll kind of turn a head over, pointy caparot snapping around to glance towards Conrad and Dimitri.
I'm just watching this from a
You
distance.
can feel like Saikana channeling through Dmitri as if he wants to do something, but
Dimitri, how's the meat?
This
Don't
is
ask
definitely
me.
like the most emaciated, dry meat you ever taste in your mouth. Like, this is bad.
Mix it with the chewy water.
oh yeah, I tried to at once.
It's worse somehow.
I'm like, I assume now beginning to
Mm.
leave their eyesight as I'm taking this guy to where I am.
almost instantly in the sea
Yeah.
of people.
Like I've indicated to them, "Hello, I'm going this way," and
You
then
kind of
I'm
walk, but it's
moving
like it's like stepping into a river and following the tide.
on. Under
you've
the
kinda had to pick a
presumption
tide
they
to
will
follow.
not leave me carrying a dying man through an unknown city of very clearly very violent people.
And if he wanted to, he could have established a telepathic communication between us. He probably didn't.
Not-
No, I'm kidding.
It's
I'm
I'm
fine.
kidding.
not
I'm
one
kidding.
necessarily manifesting psychic powers. Especially
I'm
with my
kidding. I was just
physical.
making a joke. I'm just obviously I'm going to go like I think he wants us to follow him.
Okay.
As you
We'll get better food at the back at our base. Don't worry about it.
Fine.
Please do not hemorrhage people in this place. They've
Oh,
done
what
nothing
kind of-
wrong.
Why would you think I might do that immediately? How strange.
Because this
center. Various people in various states are there. A few appear to be there due to industrial accidents. Several for stabbings. Just like London, innit? Several shootings. One man's eye is dangling from frankly, a nerve thread that a adept is very carefully putting back in with very few anesthetics on hand.
still pretty impressive.
And one person who looks better dressed than everyone else is being attended by someone who pulls the curtain across quickly, but you're pretty sure you saw red robes.
It's a robot, man. Let's
And
get it.
various like
Ooh.
extra appendages. What appeared to be a Medicaid mechadendrite. You, after some time and a lot of waiting, find an adept. Auto Quill whirring away as he looks at the man.
Please, I have no demands of taking anyone's assistance. I need only a bed to leave this man on whilst I attend to him.
He looks him over. Again, Citizen 43.
You're an early. You must be an old man. He's looking at the
We reuse
fellow.
numbers now.
That can't.
Every firstborn of his lineage, after the eighth born, is reassigned the number.
He's tracking that in his head for a sec before just shaking. his
Yeah.
head.
Yeah.
I can't.
There's also a
I
chance there's a
can't
clerical
figure out-
error. However, it would be incorrect of me to assume a clerical error on the adept who handles births.
I could not
Adepts.
imagine. What? Oh my
One.
god! Imagine that
You're
being
the
one
birth
guy's
manager.
job.
Oh. Who was
Well,
born to... At least he's registered. The last guy wasn't.
God, all birth certificates are handwritten by exactly one guy on a planet. That guy was
That's
kill
definitely
himself.
Planets has that. He points to another group of people who are not being attended to. They are waiting for theirs to be verified before we'll assist them. This one has been verified and has been here before. He points to a seat behind him. Place him there.
It has the number 42 on it. He's been here so often.
You notice next to the seat, by the way, is a like heart monitor and those little like little like things they put the drip bags on.
Yeah, an IV bag.
Yeah, like one of them, but without the bag yet. But you see him put an IV bag on there and hook him up to one. With like concerning ease, by the way, he just straight away.
Okay.
Bag straight in.
Yeah, I'll attend to my ministrations on him as well.
I presume are you going to handle this one? Then?
Yes, it is my order's natural desire to aid. I wish not to take away from any of your resources beyond what's already been done. I understand that facilities like this are often overcrowded.
If he is critical, you are to hand him to a Medicaid adept. Otherwise, by all means, no one's going to complain about you taking some workload off.
I believe under my hands he'll be quite alright, and if I can offer anything, I would be glad to. I am not... He cocks ahead. I have been trained under many travelling monks, but I may not be traditionally certified.
At this point, if he lives, that's all that matters. He needs to get back to his shift in an hour, though, so if it's possible, he can get out of here in an hour.
I believe that will not be a possibility.
He looks at the sort of ticket he's holding for the fine. He's going to get a lot more of those, then.
I'm certain, but I suppose he'd prefer to be alive than anything else. And he'll continue to attend to him, and then once do I ever get to a point where I feel like he'll be like all right if I leave him for a bit?
You get to the point where it appears whatever's in the bag is doing its job. He's like half awake. Doesn't seem to be in pain. And he kind of gets the word. I need to get out there again.
And I'm sure you will, once you're back on your feet.
There's going to be... at noon... a signal. And he kind of goes unconscious.
You little shit. Well, apologies, friend. I'm saying to this unconscious man, as I... if I take a look over the kind of general area... I'm gonna wake him the fuck up. I got questions, boy.
You notice a small med kit just under the bag. It's got a few things in.
Yeah.
One is a stim.
Yeah. I'm gonna take one of the stims out, place it on the side table as I kind of look him over again. Now, let us make sure that you do not bear any other injuries. And I'm gonna, as is proper, in case I'm checking for injuries, I'm gonna start removing his overclothing, and in the act of doing so, be padding it, like, with my hands as I'm, like, taking it off to see if I feel anything strange.
You do. Pretty quickly, actually.
It's a gun! He has a blicky!
He's got several bombs.
He has also a pistol. And a magazine. But also, you feel a cylindrical object. Like an overall kind of object. Kind of bumpy. As you kind of move your hand up it. A metal kind of clicky bit. You pause for a second.
Is it a frag grenade? It sounds like a frag grenade.
It has a frag grenade.
Okay.
It sounds like a frag grenade.
A curtain you can draw over him. Like,
yeah, as I feel this, I leave it. I assume I don't feel like I've held the the trigger.
No, no. It feels like the pin is still in.
Okay. I will then quickly draw I will draw the curtains to a close, and then once I have done so, I'm trained in solid projectiles, so I'm trained in the handling and stuff of solid projectile weapons. So I will very quickly just dismantle the entire auto pistol, like reduce it to its receiver, barrel, charge, all that kind of shit. Just dismantle completely, put it onto the side table.
Give me a
Tech use?
I was gonna say ballistic skill actually.
Like a raw ballistic skill test?
Yeah.
Oh god.
'Cause it specifically pertains to a gun. It's only a high tech.
I mean, ballistic skill's the act of like
You're just
shooting a
using it.
gun, not any gun knowledge, because that's why like you can modify a gun with tech use
Oh,
rather
okay,
than
fair enough. I'll take your son.
skill. Yeah. Like for example, like ballistic skill also carries like a bow.
Fair enough. I'll tech use then, but with a +10 because you know how to use ballistic weapons.
Yeah, and then
Also
combi tool to hand.
Ballistics is a whole different matter. I think there is training for rocket launchers specifically.
I'm getting pretty close to fucking bombing it actually, but yeah, that's a success as I kind of dismantle it.
Yeah, you
anything
dismantle it.
catch my eye?
It
Or
has
is
a
it a pretty
suppressor,
normal stamp? Well, I'm pocketing that.
and it has
I already have one myself,
a
but-
sight.
Okay. Like the normal iron sight or something notable?
Somewhat notable. I forget the different sights now, but essentially like a red dot sight.
Okay. Would it just be a Fuck, I've forgotten the name of the modification.
I have as
It's
well.
not technically a sight. It's the side mounted like red dot laser.
Yeah, that. It's got that. Sorry, that's what it's got. It's got a little laser.
Okay, I will also take that.
Obviously, he's got his hand grenade, a knife, and
Thank God, a
as
knife.
you pat him down, he has extra food. Extra food.
Actually, I need to Moss just to quickly ask. Do
Hmm.
you have a red dot laser sight on your long
On my
glass?
long glass? No.
Do you have a laser for your laser?
Okay.
I have
Because
a modified stock, and that's it.
well, okay. Well, later on I'll do this for you, mate. Because
Yeah. Well, no, I can do
Extra
it
accuracy. in
because
your
I have
reactor.
bonuses to it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you
yeah,
do.
yeah.
Actually, yeah, it's better he does it.
He's also
'cause
better at tech use than me.
Yeah, I'm
Actually, I
also
can
better
always
at.
weapon
forget.
modification specific, he's actually way better than you are. So yeah. He's,
But yeah, okay, I will do this. I'm going to consider this partial payment.
Obviously, the suppressor
for
will not work for
saving his
long.
life.
As.
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a dimmer switch. It just turns the light down a bit.
It's a Have you tinted the lens in your long las? Yeah,
Yeah.
the legal tint that is.
Does he have a hook iconography on
Well,
anything he
as a matter of
has?
fact, as you're rifling through him, you push up the fold of his belly and see a little hook tattoo.
Why would you get a tattoo? Why would you get a
It's
tattoo?
under the fold of his belly.
That doesn't matter.
I
Gotta
can't
really
surprise
look
that
for
weight
it.
loss blows his cover.
Look,
Just
look
as
at-
that
That's why
he's
no one
been
would
to a
suspect him.
medic-
He's too fat. There's no fucking chance
he's
of
been
getting
to a medical this place
He's too
multiple
fat
times.
to be a terrorist.
He can't be a dissident. He's too fucking obese.
I like the idea that this is all happening, and just me and Dimitri are like, I wonder what he's doing. Like
They're
we
very
followed him.
overworked, the Medicaid guys are. Just like they'll just go, whatever. You healthy, get out.
We just stay this way.
What you see from when you're looking
Okay.
at them is literally they'll look at someone, peg on their injury. It's either bandage it up, get out. It's okay, your bone's broken. Bolt together a splint, get out. You have a disease. Is it curable? Yes. Here's some pills, get out. Not curable. A guy in black robes takes them with him.
If the fella's
Well-
like unconscious,
Mhm.
right? No, actually, never mind. I was running it through my.
I would
head
like
for
to put a
second.
tracking device on him.
No,
you
it was
find
Under the
bastard.
reading
flaps of
his
his
mind.
belly.
It was
So you do
more
fat
like
bastard
reading
and
his
just
mind.
slip a little tracking device in there. Just
Look, all I'm saying is it seems like it's canonical that no one checks under somebody's belly. So just put the tracker there.
I placed
like
a
to
crack
imagine that
grenade under your
everyone-
belly.
A knife in their boot.
He
Here as
does
well.
actually.
Good lad.
Everyone should
How
have a
do you
knife
think
in their
that?
boot.
As well
Mainly
as a
'cause he
knife on
trips over that
his
bad day.
that you probably can't reach very well.
Does he have a big eye on his hip?
We had a bolt pistol. Not bolt pistol, sorry. A bolt pistol.
Oh my god! Yeah!
No, auto pistol. He had the auto pistol on his hip, though.
Yeah.
You can tell there's like an extra kind of bit bolt onto the holster because due to his large size, he ain't reaching that thing easily. It's like dangling off him practically to kind of like reach down and get it because his hand wouldn't be able to pull it out quickly. The folds of his body would simply render it difficult to pull the pistol. He is quite fat.
As I'm kind of
Why
tending
is
to
this
him, it's like
guy-
a very
He's likely a
I-
middle manager.
often feel beset so often by buffoonery. You, my friend, are a fucking idiot of a fairly solid class.
Wait, what does he mean?
Emperor be with you. And I'm like picking through his equipment. I've stowed his frag grenade in my fucking cloak as well, so I'm uncomfortable about that now.
Other than that, he has a few bits of parchment. These appear to be shifts for one of the mines. This is mine 8249.
No worries. So I look at this tattoo, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I've got a solid mental image of it, right?
It's a very like thin, like imagine if someone had a pencil drawn tattoo. Like it could be mistaken for like
No
a
worries.
scar. In fact, it almost looks like a scar in a way. But it's a hook.
This
Very
guy
clearly
isn't.
a hook.
This guy isn't actually a member of them. He just has a
So-
scar there.
So running down my hands, I've got like electro conductors, right? That are
Yeah.
like wiring.
Yeah. Gonna shock
Am
this
I
man.
able to? Am I able? No. Am I able to shift via like physical hand contact? You know, like veins, but these like traditional wiring, right?
Yeah.
Am I able to push them into a similar shape of that hook? At least in like one part, like it'd be one continuous like wiring set, and then one of them just slightly like crooked and moved to look like this hook icon. If not, I'll...
Ooh, a red robot there, but
Yeah, I think this will should everyone on away.
oh. Yeah. But to answer your question, probably not. To be honest, I don't know if they could bend like that. Bendy veins.
Very clear. I am going to pull out something from my Skype's kit and just normal inner quill. I'm going to very quickly copy that iconography.
Okay.
And just it's going to be like on the inside of my forearm, under that would normally covered by the long ropes. And I keep ending whilst I'm still working. I'm going to dry and sell. Only on proper inspection, it would not hold looking like a tattoo. But if I'm dealing with a concussed eye, I'm pretty certain it might be okay.
Fair enough. This is very roboty. Just checking my connection. Seems like...
Yeah, I think this goes shit in the bed.
Oh, yeah,
I'll
500
just-
ms.
I'm the only one. But here's that.
I break it could fix itself if it's a big problem to communicate.
A different region. Oh,
Is
well.
this better?
Ah.
I
Oh.
saw him change the region. Yeah,
Yeah,
sounds
yeah.
fine.
Okay, we're good. We're back.
Okay, cool.
Devil,
Because
You
I
hear
could
us
I
okay?
could barely understand any of you.
Devil. Devil.
dead.
He's dead.
Hey!
There we go.
There we go.
Oh,
His
you can
region
hear us.
updated.
Okay,
There
cool.
we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
Good thinking there. I
Great,
didn't
so-
think to change region.
big brain. I forget it's an option.
I'll
It's
say.
changed again.
God.
It was. I was looking at it. It went from Singapore to Rotterdam now.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
right
that's
down
what I
there.
did.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't matter. It seems significantly better now,
Much
though.
better.
Yeah.
Right.
I guess
good.
the Indian region was bad.
It was in India?
Our region was India.
That's
Yeah.
nowhere near any of us.
I don't know why it was. I
For
looked at
some
that and went,
reason, it's India and Rotterdam and sometimes Singapore have only like servers that work for me at the moment.
God.
weird.
I'm gonna,
I don't know
as
why.
I'm just doing general work and tending to it, I'm gonna wait for this ink to dry. I'm aware that it will not hold upon anything close to a close inspection,
Mhm.
but this guy is concussed and fucked
Yeah.
in the head right now.
Yeah.
And then, how long do you reckon that takes me until I'm confident it'll look semi-fine and normal?
Considering the quality of his tattoo, not long.
And I have fucking exquisite penmanship.
Yeah, you can make it. If anything, the difficulty is telling yourself, no, you don't have to make it look that good because his is shit.
Ugh, I have to do bad calligraphy.
Yeah.
And then once I'm confident it's drying, I'm gonna lean in towards him. I'm gonna pull out one of the stims and just press it into his chest.
Huh. Huh. Um.
Look, it was no coincidence that I was there to help you out. If you can't do the job, I need to know what's going on. I'll kind of pull my rose back a little bit and just show him as we're kind of discreetly held and covered by the curtains.
Oh.
You, my
Oh,
friend,
sans
need to
be
fill me
praised. Oh. Did he tries to stand, then falls back down, looks around. Where am I?
You keep down. We're in one of the. You told me to take you here, one of the medical centers. I've
What happened
treated
to
what
my
I could
head?
for you. You're not going to be able to get on your feet for a while. Don't even think about it.
He looks at the drip in his arm. Oh. Again. Okay.
Now, before things go to shit, I need you to fill me in. You're not going to be able to do your job. I need to be told what it is to make sure it's done.
Darna's gonna kill me. Alright.
He definitely will if we don't get this thing sorted out.
Oh, look. He like actually come a bit closer. We need a signal flare at noon tomorrow. They must be alerted. The sands must be red by the next noon.
Where's the flare got to be launched from?
He shuffles in his papers, shows you a drawing. It looks like it's just like a list of who's going to be where, and then he kind of, with his finger, motions a shape. And looks like one of the nearby kind of like overhanging like hills. Many people go there because they think that it makes them high. It's because they can't damn well breathe. Because there's low oxygen up there. But launch it from there and everything will see it. Most importantly, they'll see it. And if the convoy, which it will be there, we know it will be there, they will have no way of pulling out. Because unless they are, well, but it's just not happening. They can't move that quick. Once that's launched, they'll be intercepted, dealt with. As for the other speeders, well, let's just say there won't be any other speeders, just be us. Fly in, take the wheels, take the cargo, go. There's something very important this time. One of those cargo containers is bringing in something. Something that'll require extra hands. He kind of like lowers his voice even further. They were shipping in vehicle. Something about new management suspecting one of the bunkers of being a problem. They shipped in a vehicle. Guard vehicle. But they haven't shipped in its munitions yet. We're gonna steal that thing. And steal the damn munitions. Because the good news is, it's not us or the Imperials who have the munitions. Sons of Blood already got that covered. They're way easier to steal from. We need the vehicle. But the Sons of Blood try and get it.
You did a good goddamn job passing this on to me. I didn't I was told to look out for you, but I wasn't giving your name, just a description. Can I get yours, if that's so? All right.
Angus. That's the name you need to know.
Alright.
If you speak to Doranard, just tell him something happened. I don't know. Enforcer got power hungry or something. Not.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll make sure you know something happened to you.
Oh, can I say I'm an hungry bastard?
Is
Nerves.
he kind of like slipping out of consciousness at the moment?
Nerves, man. You got a bite to eat, by the way?
Yeah, I've got something for you. Don't you worry.
That's great.
And with,
He's just conscious again.
okay, I'll kind of like pat his head a little bit. Well, this is the worst part of what I need to do. It'll be a bit too obvious I'm not one of you later on, if you live long enough to tell people.
Oh shit.
Janus is a good man, but he does very bad things.
What's he gonna do?
I need to figure out the discreetest way to make it look like he died from this like concussion. I don't need to kill him now, I should make sure he will die.
You could spike the bag.
That might be too obvious to medical. Actually, fuck it. You know, I'm carrying my auto pistol on me. I can probably get away with this. I can get away with this. Sorry, this sounds bad, doesn't it? I am going to crack open one of my tox rounds.
Yeah.
And then just kind of like, it's toxic / it's venomous, so it's, you know, contact poisons. And I'll just crack a couple little dots onto his head, so it looks like he'll probably die from an infection.
Yeah, so if you drip into the wound.
Yeah, this might be a later problem, but it should put him
I
down.
think that Janus is such a nice person.
He's a good guy.
As you leave him, I assume you leave him after that.
He'll give a nod and kind of just back away. He will reassemble the auto pistol without its attachments, stow it back onto his persons, and also leave the frag grenade back in his pocket where he first found it, and he redresses him.
Yeah. When you leave, the adept addresses you. Anything concerning? Or is it just...
He
hit
seems
the head?
stable for now. It took a solid hit to the skull, so I can't be confident at all, really.
I'll have
In
one of
the
the medical
Angular's
adepts
hands.
look at him later. He can
I only
wait.
hope the Emperor will be with him.
Better be, because none of our adepts will be for the next hour.
Jesus, I don't know who's responsible for this guy's death.
He looks at one of them who looks very overworked. Can you make sure he's somewhere in your schedule? He just nods as he helps drag a guy in who's had an
Just
incident with a saw and his leg.
Just to make sure, by the way,
Mm-hmm.
when he tells the guy this,
Yeah.
I'm going to focus my mind on the adept very quickly.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to try and cast Erasure to wipe that last
Ooh.
few seconds out of his mind.
Okay. Manifest your power.
Manifesting, Sayus 1. Any modifiers?
Gonna say you get a +10 because he's tired as fuck.
Yeah. I will Fate Point reroll.
At least it wasn't a double.
I'm not a good psyker. That's the thing, right?
The target's
There we go.
70. That's pretty good.
That's with Tarot boost as well, and I'm casting it at 1 sight rating.
He's like, huh? Okay, whatever, and just pulls the guy into the tent.
But yeah, I'll just pull that from his mind so he doesn't remember to put him on the schedule. I
Make
feel
your
gross.
bureaucracy worse by making them forget things.
Yeah.
That's why you fear the Psyker.
I know what you're talking about. I'm a little guy. I'm a little goober.
You
I don't
fear the
use my powers for
Psyker,
that.
and when you realize one is born, you do what the Emperor intended. Into the sun.
Why would-
I'm such a low tier psyker. I don't get anything done.
And look what you can do.
Man just went and looked it and just I'm a low tier psycho, but I also go low tier god. You should end yourself now.
I'm right next to
I
two
can also do that. I can make someone
incredibly
kill
scary
themselves
things.
at will,
Like,
which is concerning.
I'm next to two incredibly scary psychers, just because psychers inherently are scary.
Then the
And
group's
we
joined by a
can
play-
blank, and the two of them are just like, the entire time.
I just
I
have a
could, I
gun.
could clear just a whole floor because
But
of
don't do that.
the spread
Don't
of
do mass
hemorrhage
brain
No, no,
hemorrhage.
and civilians not having a lot of health. So it's like kills
You
1,
could.
2,
You
3, 4,
technically
and just.
it's like an AOE that because all of these like civilians probably have like 2 health.
Just
Or
wait
maybe
until
we
five.
It'll be
all,
like-
and it's a crowd, but it's all like packed together.
just wait until it
So-
learns about pyromancy.
Okay, bear in mind, right? We're actually no more sturdy than a normal city,
Hey,
so they have
Ren,
7
I
to
didn't-
12 wounds, give or take.
How you feeling, Ren?
But they just have
I
armor.
mean, we probably have better toughness.
Yeah.
I mean,
But this doesn't need toughness. It goes through it.
Oh,
Is it?
okay.
yeah, but yeah. But yeah, so yeah.
So now that
bring
you've
it with-
murdered a man,
and-
you return to the others.
not- It's not murder yet.
Dimitri is there still picking at his very limp meat that is now covered in
Flip that.
basically jelly.
Isolate that audio.
Let me. Yeah, Janus kind of strides out, obviously full capra on. Well, it appears we have, if we'd like to follow up with the hooks, a few possibilities to pursue.
Oh, okay.
We get some distance very quickly.
Yep, sure.
Hmm.
I found out about a pub.
I'm doing alright, thank you,
Oh.
Ren. Just vibing,
Yeah, it's on the 13th floor.
enjoying the
Anything
shenanigans.
in particular about the pub?
No, I'm glad you're doing
They'll
better.
probably shoot us if they see we have money.
Glad you're doing okay, though.
That isn't
And-
particularly helpful.
And I also heard that well, I haven't heard. I've made the impression based on this one stall guy that they absolutely hate visitors. He refused to serve me and spat on the ground as soon as he learned I was a visitor.
Pretend to be a local if you want to be served, I suppose.
Oh yes.
As difficult as I assume that might be. Janus will kind of give a curt nod as we kind of make some distance. So, I found one of the Hook's agents.
Wait, the guy who got himself hit by a bunch of people?
Yes, it's a shame, really, but I think that concussion will be the end of him.
Oh.
Um,
Well, I mean,
I did, however, manage to pretend to be one of his and gain a few hints as to their next movements and deployments, as well as
Okay.
information on a military shipment, which might be interesting to either foil or aid with,
I see.
depending on whose allegiance you want to garner.
I don't see a bonus from foiling it.
Yeah.
We already have an established contact with the Hooks, as in, like, we have the ability to establish contact with them. So I don't see any point in weakening their position.
Should be no need to put all our cards on the table, either way.
No.
Yes, I'm of the opinion we should aid and take up the image of coincidental revolutionaries.
I wish if we were going after a military, well, I've made assumptions there. Are we planning on going after helping them with this military convoy attack?
I'll fire the signal I was asked to, and then see where we can go from there.
I see. When does that happen?
Noon tomorrow. I got the name of the hill. I just forgot the name of the hill out of character.
I think he named it simply. Just
The
sort of like,
High Hill?
High Hill.
Yeah, the High
Because the thing that Iffingi heard.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's a hill of note they keep bringing up. I believe it needs to be fired from there. I can scrap together a flare gun now if I need to.
He didn't have one on him?
Nope.
So he, I guess it's for
He was-
tomorrow.
Contact or collect one at some point.
Hmm.
Either way, I can say with good honesty that I'll be doing his mission for him if we have no arguments against that.
I don't see any reason to not help them.
In the meantime, I recommend we go look for some labourers, some miners, and see if we can somehow get our hands on a couple of rebreathers.
Yeah, I imagine the lower they're going, the worse the oxygen, the worse the air conditions are.
Mhm.
And so they would need that on them. Just why would they give it us?
As
But
you're
yes.
descending,
Fair trade.
you hear. Sorry, go on.
I just say the word fair trade to him. That's it. That's...
You hear the speakers where remember, your daily duties to the Emperor are eternal. To work is divine. To die on duty, an honor. The speakers come out again.
Banana.
This message repeats about once or twice an hour.
That's annoying.
Yeah, I fill him in on the whole kind of shebang of what I was in, what info I got from him, outside of my very specific actions.
Indeed, Marks, indeed.
Do you also fill us in on how absolutely incompetent this guy is?
I run it by you. It's very concerning overall.
Jesus, if he's any indication of this group, they're screwed.
Oh, whilst we're here, I recommend I at least go find a tattoo parlor. No, I can skip it.
I mean, we have someone here who can change your appearance.
Yes, but
I see no reason why you couldn't change it so that we had a tattoo.
I've
it's a
thought
bit
about
too
it.
specific. I can make it for one of us, but not all three of us. Too
I consider
specific.
it, and I'm of the opinion that it is better I act as I'm not yet an agent of the hooks.
I see. But if it's never needed, that's a possibility for one of us.
Yes.
Do we want to go to this pub while we're here, seeing as this thing's happening noon tomorrow?
If you'd like to.
It might not be
I
the
just
best
think
time
that
for it, Mark.
there
but,
is- I've always
I'll make
found
it
that when
work.
people are
Actually,
drinking
no, I can make it work. Hold on. I'll make it
alcohol,
work.
they are a
Alright.
lot easier to get information out of. But I
Yeah.
worry that I look like a visitor.
Mar yourself a tad, and I take it should be fine. Well, he didn't. And I have no meta context knowledge. I'm gonna ignore that. Never mind. I'll just kind of give a curt nod.
Yeah, I know what you were gonna say, and I understand.
Yeah. And I thought about it. I was like, wait, no, it doesn't track. But yeah, I'll kind of glance over to Dimitri. Did you find your Have you managed to come across anything, perhaps? Assistance.
Shows the
I'm
meat.
not. Yeah,
The
like
bowl you're still
showing-
carrying, now you're like several layers deeper.
Okay.
It's dusty now. There's a lot of dust here. It's covered in blimmin' adamantine dust.
Yeah, as you're getting lower, you're hearing the shouts. Like, mostly from adepts. What are you doing? Let me tell you, when I was in that mine, doing what you do, I did it better than you, faster than you.
Do they have squats
Emperor
here?
be damned. What kind of a weakling? No, this was Chaz for a Scottish impression.
Oh, I
The next
see.
character voice was to be Scottish either way.
You need to do that, but for a really important character with a ridiculous accent.
This is the only Scottish person there for no reason.
Yeah.
It's not like the local accent at all.
No, this
Someone's
guy
gotta
is
admit next
definitely
time you
not a
would
common
have
accent.
Like a primary antagonist.
When you look at your weak, feeble bodies, I see Emperor forsaken dogs. You will
The
work.
guy that David
You will
Tennant
work
played
harder.
in Vox Machina.
He begins a whole tirade on how clearly all of them must clearly allow their wives to be taken by other men if they work this pathetically. and
Jesus
how clearly the Emperor's light has forsaken upon them.
So do we want to go to the Drunken Guardsman, or there's a place, I believe it was called like the
The
squat
Squat's
something.
Paradise.
Yeah, that apparently is even rougher, so we're more likely to get shot there.
Whichever you think's best. I admit I'm not familiar with places of drink all too much.
The accent shock you there.
Let's see.
Oh,
Well,
but-
seeing as we are
Uh,
pretty under-equipped at the moment, I feel like it would make sense to go to the place that's least likely to shoot me. So
I
that
kinda-
would be the Drunken Guardsman.
Why are you so afraid of being shot?
Because he
You
made a...
Shot a lot.
Because
Yeah,
we...
you've been through wars.
Yes, and in wars I had armor on and I had my trusty long axe.
That is the most insane reasoning I've ever heard, by the way. Why are you scared of being shot in a bar? You've been to Afghanistan. What's your problem? That is the insanest explanation I think I've ever heard. Why are you scared of bullets? You went to Afghanistan. Insane.
I mean, Dmitri only seen Conrad just like not
The thing
caring
is-
about being shot at.
The thing is, Dimitri, is sadly, unlike you, when I don't have my gun with me, I'm significantly weaker. Whereas you have your powers on you at all times, seemingly.
Yeah, although armor is not the case. Sadly.
So I don't feel confident being able to take, for example, 5 people with regular guns at the with the abilities we have right now. If 5 people with las pistols come at us, I don't know if we come out of it winning.
Dmitri just looks into nothingness. In his mind, he just imagines 5 heads popping into viscera.
Hemorrhage.
Yeah.
As
That's
you're having
entirely
your
possible.
delusions about hemorrhaging an entire crowd, you psychopath.
Hey, that was just a bunch of guys attacking us in that hypothetical.
These guys are
Yeah.
real monsters, eh? Fucking hell.
Yeah.
You have no you have no moral principles.
Yeah,
so-
you work with us.
I stand on
I was
excessive
more about the
moral.
poisoning, but besides the point.
It needed to be done.
But as you go down to the 14th layer, and
Shit, I was off by 1.
yes, you're on the 14th layer, though you're all my 13th reason, so it's quite fine.
That's
Oh,
that
God.
terrible.
Surely one of us is 12th, one of us 13, and one of us is 14th.
No, you'll share a place.
Oh,
Kidding, obviously. But yes, so as you that was a bit dark. As you find yourself in the lower levels, you see various mining depots, and also what's left of a variety of supplies have been brought down, likely from the crate. One of the boxes that's been handed out has a pack of green nutrients. You're assuming the nutrients, people are tearing into them, biting into them.
it is broccoli.
It's kind of, it looks like, how to put it. Imagine something of the consistency of bread, but it's bright green and crunchy.
Last time I saw something this bright green, it was Nurgle infected water. I don't say that in character. Because A, I don't know what Nurgle is, and B, I don't think I'd say that out
Just
loud.
mushroom water.
What the fuck is a kilometer?
I
It's
do know
also
what
very
corn is, though.
moist, though, seemingly.
Ooh. I mean, that's good. I mean, it means it's got some liquid in it.
Yes. But other than that, a few of them are sort of hanging around some of the establishments. Drunken Guardsman, in particular, is quite a popular one, with a small bar fight happening in the corner, and various workers, some there to handle drinks, some there to handle the people, if you catch my meaning. And then opposites to that is the Squat's Paradise. Bit quieter, not quite as raunchy, but from where you can see, one of the hands, um, watching over the place. There's quite a big set of hands. There's an Ogrin playing bouncer.
That's worrying.
He has a list rope tied to one of his hands.
Can't read it, so he just says no to everybody.
And someone next to him who looks at it occasionally. And every so often he shakes his head and the Ogrin puts his hand in the way of the person. Can't come in.
No.
A drink. No. Listen here,
No.
you oversized. And the palm is already over his head. Can't come in.
Oh, I
He
kind of want to go there just to meet
sheepishly
him.
backs away. Heading to the other pub. That's quite full at this point.
I don't
I
feel like
see.
this is somewhere else.
So one of them's a bit more exclusive.
Maybe it's
Um,
exclusive, maybe it's just certain people on the blacklist.
I mean, that inherently makes it a bit more exclusive.
Oh,
There's a
true.
blacklist.
Hmm.
I'm guessing the Drunken Guardsman does not have a dude with a list going, you
Nope.
can't come in.
Nope. It has whores instead.
I see.
And a lot of bar fighting.
So, I don't suppose any of you guys want to go to the Drunken Guardsman.
Like I said, I've no issue with either. I don't particularly know my business around these kind of things.
Do you, I look at you, are you still wearing the religious garb?
He's still wearing the caparot, yeah.
I'll be honest, I feel like that's actually more likely to get you killed.
For being a man of faith in an imperial land?
In a man of faith in an imperial land where the imperial rule is not being good to them.
It does not necessarily mean the rest are unfaithful lot, only they might have issues with the specifics of their administration.
I'm just,
Do you see
if you,
much decrying of the Emperor here?
I haven't seen much of either of the two groups. I don't know what their opinion is. Well, I know what one of their opinions is. I know what one of the groups' opinions probably is.
Yes.
There are various little shrines to the Emperor as you go down.
Yes.
Yeah,
Remember, most people are people of faith intrinsically.
yeah, no, I understand. It's very one or the other back where I was from. War does that to people.
That is, I suppose, an odd sentiment, but yes.
Normally, when put into extreme situations, you either get really religious or really not religious.
I
You
suppose
beg
I
the-
can't argue that point by my own experience. So yes.
Okay, I'll make my way to the Drunken Guardsman.
You have to kind of push your way in, but there's a bar there being tended to by a servitor and the owner who's like dashing between people every so often. Will you two stop fighting over there? 5 seconds. I have to replace a table. I will frankly shoot one of you.
Does he have a notable weapon on him?
You see him. He is holding a double barrel shotgun.
Of course he is. Of course he is. He's a bartender.
Yes.
You need your last har.
It's literally the default weaponry of a bartender. But normally they have it under the desk.
It's in his hands currently. Between serving
Who are the-
drinks.
Who are the two people fighting?
A pair of miners. As in the
Are they
profession. Not
Are
beach.
they shouting about what the other one said to them or something?
It would
Or they
appear
just
one of them got a promotion, and the other one did not.
oh, and the other one thinks they deserved it.
Yes.
Hmm.
And also something about a game of chance that the other one won. It's a very trivial matter, but they've blown up a little bit.
I'm guessing there's no seats because it's
No.
very full. This thing.
There is no seats, and many of the patrons are instead of going up to the bar, are waving, having the server to deliver the drink.
So,
the
hey Dimitri, you might be able to get some meat here, some food.
I'm already disappointed. I want to be even more disappointed.
Damn.
It can't be worse than that.
If it only go up from here.
Exactly.
Oh.
I'm probably blessed.
You see him walk over to the owner, walk over to the kind of like that side of the bar where you guys are kind of able to see as he's dealing with some patrons. He looks at you lot. You ordering or not?
Yeah, we were just having a conversation. Yeah, I'll have the. I look at the bar, and I is there just like a regular just beer or grog or whatever it's called in 40k?
There are a variety of drinks. None of
Which
them
one
you
is like-
recognize.
Which one looks like the most people are drinking at the moment?
There's something called the stiff shout. That seems to be kind of common.
Oh, mate,
Oh,
what's
what-
this?
What do you guys want? I'm gonna have a stiff shout.
Dimitri's just broken.
My pilgrimage decries me from alcohol, so I must apologize. I can't
Okay.
take that. Might you offer anything?
I'll take whatever
non-intoxicating?
you are taking.
You got anything non-alcoholic over here?
He squints for a second,
Not for me.
and then he kind of wanders over, grabs a small kind of fruit. And then he kind of like cuts it a little bit and sort of drains the liquid. It's kind of a greyish liquid, drains from this fruit.
Do you want that? I look back at Janus.
That looks delectable, thank you.
And he
Yeah, we'll
throws the fruit at the people fighting.
Fair
We'll
enough.
take that and 2 stiff shouts.
Yep. That'll be 2 marks.
I have to like move past people to give him that.
Yeah.
We got
he
money,
takes it.
right? Yeah, we got
Yeah, we got
money.
money, we got money.
You got a load of
I give him a
Yeah,
time.
We have
May
quite
he,
a bit of
may,
money.
may he above be with you.
I am probably with you, Pilgrim. Will you two bloody stop? There's even a pilgrim here now.
That's a pilgrim. You were that bad.
Yeah, I kind of look over. I must admit, gentlemen, I do not think this kind of conflict is particularly worthy of the Emperor's gaze.
The Emperor
Know
can
you
look
have gays on the
later.
side.
I'm gonna put my foot so far up his fucking ass.
Oh, but I can assure you, he's watching now.
See the tender go under the desk, load a shell into the shotgun.
Well, I think that's also a tad too much.
Don't worry, it's a blank. He fires it into the air.
Don't worry, it's a blank. Shoots a person.
Don't worry,
Yeah,
it's a rubber bullet.
Don't
Point
worry.
blank shot to the head.
Can kill.
It's a custom shell. Spread shot. Oh, I nailed the neighbor's grox.
Don't worry, it's just
I'll
glass.
go upstairs and grab the artillery cannon. Tally ho, lads. As the Emperor intended.
Quickly turn those orbital cannons down. We need to break up this fight.
The 2 stop after the blank fires.
Jeez, are you guys okay? There's a blank right there.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, you're both psychers.
Do you know what a blank is?
No, I just thought I'd know it for that joke.
Fuck you! Fuck you! You don't get to be funny here.
Oh well, actually,
Funny looking.
I've got something here that says "fuck you."
Ay, ay, ay.
Oh, God.
I'll stun through with my grey fruit juice.
It's chunky.
That's fine.
That just means it's good for you.
So I kind of like look around. Is there a marginally particularly busy table section of tables where
All
it's
of
the
them.
loudest?
They're all busy.
Okay.
It appears to be the end of a
Alright.
shift.
I'm just drinking my stiff shout.
As you
Is it
sort of look in
good?
the distance, a good several thousand people go down deeper. As for the quality of your stiff shout, it's have you ever drank cheap beer that's gone off?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
That-
All right.
very bitter, Devil. Very bitter.
Mm-hmm.
Like not even bitter like a bitter that you would order. Bitter like it's fucking bitter.
Like piss.
Yeah.
Like the arse end of a lime has just been poured
not
into your
bad.
mouth. Yeah. As you sample your low quality drinks, you can definitely hear a lot of shouting. You know, we should. Somebody drunken shouts up. Looks around. Yeah, we should really get out there, boys. What the fuck you about this time? We should get out there. Yeah, we could run this place. It's the ground, yeah. No, we could definitely do it. Listen.
Running it into the ground is useful.
Emperor be my witness. We could take the city. Oh, here we go. We could take the city. They'll have to buy it back off us, yeah. We'll buy our way off this rock, yeah. It's a great idea. It's a great idea. What we do is we get the chimeras. Oh, here we go again. Yeah, we drive them round, scare them a bit, fire at the walls. We could bring them back. They'll never know what hit 'em. They'll do what we want.
I like this guy because he's not even in his drunken stupor. He is not suggesting killing anyone.
Alright, we'll fire it in the air. Bit crazy. And then, yes, and then we'll suddenly win, and everyone will clap and say, what a good job. And you become the government of the planet. Yeah, sounds great. What?
Oh, I hope this isn't another Angus.
And meanwhile, in the corner is a small group of people more quietly drinking and talking away. Robes covering them. There's a few groups like this. It's not uncommon dress, but still.
The robes, do they read as anything in particular, or are they just kind of quite general?
They look like the kind of thing you go outside with rather than down the mines.
Travelers then. Ugh. Fucking tourists! Spit on them!
Fucking normies! Early.
I'm not a tourist, I'm an expat actually. I'm going to live here.
It's immigration.
How close are they, range-wise?
They're a good, 20 meters away. We're using meters now because the game movement system uses meters.
I'm a big foot man. Okay, we should tell how long things. Okay. I'll kind of settle down a little bit amongst the kind of chatter. I'm going to reach my mind out to one of the row people that sat and talking. And just to do a telepathic link to read their minds.
Alright. Give me a roll.
So it's an opposed willpower test, by the way.
I guess I definitely have
they-
willpower for this guy. Bad.
If it's pretty normal, it's 25 to 30. If they're particularly proficient, it's 40.
Probably 25 then.
But,
Nope.
let's see.
Oh.
Okay, full degree success on mine.
How deep into his mind are you reading?
So it's a nice surface level skim. Basically, I should be able to read. If you're speaking, those words are in your own head, right?
Yeah.
So if he's speaking to anyone around him, I should know that. And then very surface thoughts as well, who are only skimming the top. Whatever's on his mind currently. Or
I
their
really
mind,
should
I
stop
suppose.
using that pen. Every time I sniff it, it makes me feel things.
He vapes. Ugh, kill him.
Then I end up with my wife's sister. I mustn't tell her. Oh yeah, so have you stashed it? Yeah, you've stashed it. Oh good, good. The flare's in position.
What are the fucking chances?
Look, man. You target all the even remotely suspicious people. Eventually, one of them is the one you're looking for.
So
Or maybe every single person here is
Maybe
secretly a part of a clan.
so do you need anything
Maybe
else?
every one of them has stashed a flare.
Okay, carry on with normal. Soon this
When he
place will be
says,
changed in hands. Some of this is him thinking, some of this is him talking.
yeah, but I'm gonna say it's hard for me to even make out in the first place because it's
Yeah.
all mixed. When he mentions the word stash, am I able to try and pry deeper to see if I can see about him thinking about? Oh no, he was asking if it was stash. Never mind.
Yeah.
Can I tell who he's like facing towards under his robes when when that
There's-
comes to mind?
There's a sort of older-looking gentleman and a young woman next to him. The young woman appears to be a scribe of some kind, as the older gentleman has a few tattoos on his face.
Okay, I'm gonna switch my thought reading target to the older gentleman instead.
Okay.
Which is another manifestation because I can't.
Okay, he fails
Nah,
that.
he's fucking bombed the shit out of that. Natty one, baby.
Natty one. You go straight in. In fact, you go deeper than surface thoughts.
Let's scan as far as we can. Let's see what's going on here.
Without breaching his conscious thought, without breaching his like awareness of someone's listening, you very quickly deduce this man is of the tribes. He's not an elder, but he's not far off one. And with him is his daughter. He has had her stash a flare gun, flares at the top of the mountain, along the route, various stashes, boxes buried under the sand, with spare rockets along the route.
The issue is, I kinda now, if I take action, need to also get rid of these people.
Though it's kind of understood that only one person's going to be going up there. If that Angus fucks this up, we are screwed. It's all on
Why
him
did they
now.
put it on Angus?
All he has
Why
to
did
do
they-
is use the fact he's a middle manager to just get out of there. Say he has to go find a employee that's gone rogue and deal with it. All he has to do. And he can get out of there. Have a pickup for him and everything. If he doesn't make it, I damn well hope someone is there to replace him.
Did I get a rough mental image of where this flare would be stashed, by the way?
It seems that there's a small... You have an image of, like, a small shrine. And it appears to have been put within, like, underneath the shrine. And a little
No
box
problem.
has been fitted to it.
Well, gang, I think I know what we're doing next session.
I know what we're gonna do today.
Well, okay, no problem. I'll scan them. Do I get then? Nah, I'll skip over that. I'm not gonna their names. And he'll settle back in. Very like under his breath as Dimitri and Conrad are by him. I kind of go. Those three, 7 o'clock. They are all members of the Hooks of Higaton. One of them's a local tribe member as well.
I see.
I know where they've got the flare stashed alongside a large number of disposable launchers. It looks like they're very much prepared to take on a convoy to secure this military shipment.
I see.
And they knew our dear, unfortunately, I believe now dead friend.
Oh, the incompetent Angus.
Yes, that one. So, I believe it will be just about time for us to get to some work tomorrow, if you're so willing to play by that plan.
I think we should come tomorrow fully equipped.
Yes.
Coming to this locale in military garb might be somewhat, let's say, damaging to any potential cover we might establish.
I see. Well, my worry is
If
that we are.
if we play the role of fellow vagabonds who have attempted to aid Angus and in his last moments were passed on his mission, it would be strange for us to also be highly armed and equipped.
I just worry about what if this goes wrong? What if the enforcers see the flare and come after us?
We fire the flare and we scarper.
I don't think we could outrun a dedicated enforcer group.
Well, we know where this hill is located, I take it. So long as we have our June cut at hand if need be, I'm sure we can make the short distance first.
The reason why I believe that this is a potential threat is the fact that Angus is so incompetent.
Yeah. Myself, I
So-
take it, potentially a fall guy. The thing is, we're better than that. I hope.
But what if the enforcers have caught on to this and are using it as a trap?
Then if we survive, it makes our cover all the better.
And if we don't survive, we're dead.
We'll live. I find this astounding. You have the audacity to continuously call me a coward and be approving of Dimitri's free-spirited attitude, and the moment I even begin to somewhat throw caution to the wind, it's nothing but questioning.
I'm not against you throwing caution to the wind. I'm against you throwing caution to the wind without being fully equipped for what happens when the wind comes and attacks you.
You're welcome to arm yourselves as you like. I'm just attesting it's probably not a good idea.
Very well. I agree with the plan. I'm not against the plan. Do we want to get out of here then? Have we gotten everything we need?
Did you not have anything you wanted to look for yourself? Any conversation to listen into?
I mean,
I
all
look-
I
I
did
could
was
good with people, so
I was just sort of passively listening in on conversations while drinking a drink, effectively. And I doubt I got more interesting information than what you got.
Tell you what, comrade. Why don't we find out if you did? I reckon.
Would it be, I don't know, scrutiny?
It's either inquiry or awareness, depending on the nature of. If you're just like listening out, probably awareness.
Yeah, I'd say awareness.
Let me go.
Okay.
Let me go pull up the
Inquiry, I
skill.
believe, requires more dedicated like, asking questions.
Yeah. You're like looking around, so
Okay.
you're so.
Yeah, I'll do an awareness.
Plus 0.
But I'll use a fate point to succeed.
All right.
I have an ability that
Oh,
allows me
yeah,
to
you do that,
succeed
yeah.
awareness checks.
Very
So
true.
I succeed with. Let me check how many degrees, if that, in case that matters. 4 degrees.
Oh, sign up by the way. You can use awareness to lip read.
Ah.
Pretty good. Pretty
helpful.
useful.
You see two guys. They appear to be like kind of enforcers, but for down here, they're armed.
Mm.
They've got some like plate on them, a chest, a hood, and a rifle on their side, or in their hands. And you can you overhear them. It's very nearly time, isn't it? You mean like something's gonna happen? Yeah, like something's gonna happen. It's too quiet. Far too quiet. Do you hear what it? Did you ever hear? The sands will run red, they say. Yeah. I hope they do. I really hope they do. Now. I get too excited. We'll have to visit the father tonight. Let him know. Are you gonna do anything? No. Karnef will be very pleased. And they start talking about something about their supervisor being a jumped up jackass, basically.
Interesting. It seems like there's two enforcers here that know that something's gonna happen, but are they want it to happen, and they seem to be, I think, wanting this whole place to turn red.
Well, that's quite a...
Now, and I know I've heard that being said. You told us that Angus said that, but it kind of sounded more like they wanted it, like they wanted a war.
Yes, turn red with blood.
That
Take
does.
it. Meaning.
Was it Karneth? Did they say?
Karnef.
Right. They mentioned.
Out of character, you probably know what that name refers. In character,
Yeah.
no idea.
They mentioned some sort of father called Karneth.
Yeah, look, they're very clearly corn worshippers.
Yeah, I mean, I know that.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
No, in
No.
character, I know it. In fact, Korn's the only one I have actual knowledge on at the moment.
Well, you haven't heard the
But
name
yeah.
Karnef, I don't think.
No,
Yeah.
but I've the
Just
the
vibes,
general.
man. Just it's all vibes.
I know that these guys are very likely part of that other group, and that other group I've already labelled as the Korn worshippers. Just because of the insignias and the general philosophy. So it seems like some of the other parties, first off, have gotten into the enforcers, which is interesting. And second off, are maybe trying to turn what would be a quote-unquote simple taking over of a military shipment into an escalation to a bloodbath.
Which we could benefit from getting around if possible.
Maybe.
I'm confident there's some good work we could accomplish in doing so, however. We'll have to plan, I suppose.
Yeah. I think it makes it more likely that there's some information being leaked to the enforcers.
Oh, most certainly. Well, I've not been taking these laws the most, let's say, tight-lipped of types, all things considered.
No, not at all. I don't feel like I'd be talking about any of this stuff in this kind of public area if I was remotely organized.
A place like this could make sense in parts. Ideally, you shouldn't really be able to hear of anyone in this whole kerfuffle. And it's a public spot, so it's less likely to be considered for tracking on things like monitoring single individuals.
I think I just prefer to do stuff in private when it comes to this kind of stuff.
But you don't want to give away the location of a bolt house or anything as well, potentially. Depends on your organisation, of course.
Yeah, of course. Anyway, do we reckon we've got everything we can here?
think it's time we return. As long as we work out our timings just right, we can be here and operating very quickly.
Yes.
So you're heading back to the bunker then? Your bunker.
Yeah,
Yeah,
to
'cause the
grab
thing
our
is-
stuff and also sleep.
Because
Even
the
to next
I mean
day,
the
which you can definitely get back.
yeah, exactly.
You ascend back up the lift, though you do notice a few enforcers sitting down with dogs. You
Things are gonna
overhear,
get tight.
you overhear one of them, let the hounds off at the mines. A few of them have got ideas. He looks at the hound. Execute kill order.
66.
The dog barks, and then you notice it kind of go from relaxed to a very like aggressive stance as it kind of like he sort of takes his hand off he takes the leash off it, but it follows him and seems to wait, like watching his hand in particular as he walks down the mine with it as two other ones go other directions.
They're not just planning on killing random people in the mines, are they?
They likely have some marked out dissidents. Or they'll make a few examples. It depends on what information they operate with and how much they care.
I wonder if this has anything to do with what they were trying to sense on us when we came in here.
Quite possibly.
You make out as the lift raises someone. Look, it's not me! It's not me! Call out the dog! As he is
Never mind.
quite literally by his shoulder dragged back towards the enforcer. Likely painfully, due to the adamantium jaws.
Arf.
I mean, more than painfully. I feel like they.
He's
That would be
probably gonna have
insane.
to have a lot of surgery on that shoulder, assuming he lives. They're not known for being gentle. I think I've heard the statistic they can bite an arm off an ogren. As a statistic,
That's
I've
kind
heard.
of insane.
And have you seen their performance in Darktide? It all
No.
makes sense to me.
Yeah.
I mean,
As,
you've seen it, you've just not benefited from it.
Yeah,
return-
that's true.
Being your return home, you can still hear the barking of dogs.
What?
I assume it's in our, it's an emotional thing, not a literal thing.
Is it an emotional thing or a literal thing?
You're not sure, but you can hear the barking
What?
of dogs.
I can't. Can
Even from your speeder.
Guys, can you hear the barking of dogs?
The distant barking,
Yeah.
growling, and
Janus is kind of sliding the heavy stubber upwards.
I'm not hallucinating again, am I?
you look
Or we
around.
can
hearing
all be hallucinating.
You don't see any dogs. But you can hear them.
Oh, that's a fucking loud dog.
Like a few. It stops after a while. Then as you get back to your bunker, settle down for the night, you again hear the sound of a dog barking as you drift off.
Oh my
Hmm.
god.
I mean, I understand what that is out of character, but I don't think I have as much in-depth knowledge to know what that is in character.
You're being haunted by a psychic doggy.
Definitely.
Worse. But yeah, that is where we will end today's session, though.
We're gonna do with terrorism. Yeah.
You are going to do a
It's,
terrorism.
It's definitely not gonna work. We're screwed.
Yeah.
You gotta be more confident in yourself, bro. You gotta be more on the grind.
There literally is a hound that is barking at us as we make our way back.
Look, man, just to assert, I don't benefit from psychic powers, so this doesn't affect me.
Yeah, it
That's
means
all.
that they could be here. You know,
Yeah.
from the group that summons demons.
You just gotta live like this, man. They're also definitely here.
Yeah,
They're ranting about fucking blood shit all the time.
I mean, there's a difference between some low rank things and those hounds.
Yeah,
Ah, Bloodlet's worse.
they just have just 18 demon princes are actually on planet right now. I forgot to tell you.
I don't-
Sorry.
I think in the specific context where at least 2 of your people are psychers, the dogs, depending on what they have, could be worse.
Like the dogs are rough.
They're
but, like, I do
very
get-
resistant. They get denied the witch, just inherently because of the
Oh.
color. But also they're
Can we-
quite known to be drawn to psychers.
We can
Mm.
put that on
Oh.
Conrad.
Oh,
We
thank
can
God.
put that on Conrad. Luckily, we have a sentient beacon, so we can fuck off, right?
What?
Me and Conrad
What?
can live. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, but
What's
like
it?
you're also a psyker.
Yeah, but look at our warp presence.
Yeah, but what's a candle in
All
front
I'm
of a
saying
lighthouse?
is,
I guess.
they have a very almost impossible to fail test for tracking people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
Status.
I know for a fact
If it
there's
is
one
them,
guy
of
they want
course.
more.
That's assuming it's them and not.
That's what the enforcers are gonna have, aren't they? It's gonna be like normal enforcers, but they have a corn hound.
That's actually quite impressive. How violent they are. I mean, there's also the Hellhound. It's not a corn thing. It's a warp-based predator that specifically looks for psychers to drag into the warp and kill them and devour their soul as they unravel. It's a
It
thing.
feels a bit like, like they're kind of overlapping each other's like narrative kind of value.
Kinda, but one can tear
Come
a
on,
hole
guys.
in reality and pull you through.
Hell yeah.
One's a bit
And then
smarter.
And they're known for hunting unsanctioned in particular.
They deserve
They
it.
give off a bigger
Well,
psychic
thank-
glimmer. They can't
Whew.
hide themselves.
You also unsanctioned.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank
that's
God.
Unsanctioned.
I'm a little different. I know what you're talking about.
I'm also unsanctioned, but not a psyker.
Yeah.
Yet.
Don't say yet. That makes no sense. I'm being haunted by corn.
No, you've been haunted by something way different.
Yeah.
You've been
Steve.
haunted by a lot of things at the same time. I
Haunted
think.
by the mistakes of your past.
also
Definition
one
of
side-
mistakes.
It's funny that the only non-psychic has the most like hallucinations and stuff.
I would argue there was only one mistake that I'm being haunted by.
I've
The
tripped a
rest-
lot of balls in this campaign so far.
The rest of them weren't mistakes. They were decisions.
Hmm. But yeah, that is the end of today's session. I think an allotment of XP is in order.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm gonna say
4 million.
150.
All right. Huh?
150 XP. I think it's a good amount of XP.
I-
Time to take resistance corn.
Unfortunately, there isn't resistance for that.
Resistance psych. Oh, that would be
It's
useless.
fine. I'm sure if you had your sniper rifle, you'd be able to deal with it quite easily.
Resistance
Resistance
teeth.
dog. But like, as we're kind of driving away before we pull into our bunker, I slip a red dot laser sight into your hands as we head out
Oh.
of the dune cutter.
Damn, where did you get this?
Angus.
Oh.
He
Yeah,
was he was carrying explosives while I'm in a populated area. I don't like the man.
Yeah, but he was an idiot. He was an objective. What if one of those guys had gone for like a chest attack instead of a head attack and just hit the grenade?
Well, it
I
shouldn't
don't think
technically-
that'll work. Yeah.
What if it knocked the pin out?
You need,
It's
you-
not
a pin
that
doesn't just
easy
fall
to
out, it's
get.
like a dedicated effort.
It
I pull out a
yeah.
frag
Wraps
grenade.
around the pin and just fling.
I take out a
but-
frag grenade, just show him, and I pull the pin out. See, it's
It's actually pretty hard to get the pin out
See, you
of
can
a
put the
grenade.
pin back in. Oh, it's still cooking. Yeet.
Depending on the actual model, some grenades you can just slide it back in and it's fine.
Yeah.
I
Most-
would never.
most of
I would
grenades, I
feel
would
like I
say.
would want it disposed of, though. I wouldn't.
Yeah,
trust
Yeah, I
it.
was gonna say. Ugh.
It
Yeah.
the pin usually holds the mechanism until you like not unhand it. It's fine. You can hold it
Yeah.
as much as you want.
That is the end for today. Thank you very much, chat, for joining us. Do make sure to check out my players. You will find all of them in the favorites of my channel.
Mhm.
Do check them
Like,
out.
comment, subscribe.
On
hit the
YouTube,
bell.
do that.
Find me online.
Retweet.
You could follow us on Twitter if you want. I don't know why you would want to do that yourself.
Link in my-
I mean, I'd send some very random stuff. It would be kind of like
So much porn.
there's no way. There is no way you're your interests are in line with what I
So
post
much
on there.
feet stuff, man. Honestly, you need
Look
to
how
stop.
hipster he thinks he is. Fucking Jesus.
No, it's just such weird stuff, like weird
Mm.
combinations of stuff, like
Right.
wrestling and anime. There's actually is a
That's not
wrestling
that
anime.
weird. Yeah.
Right, but that'll be all from us. Good night, chat. I will see you all Thursday. In my case.
Good night, loves.
Bye bye.